Oh man. Oh, what's up? What's up? AWO Aaron Warder. What's up, guys? The Sunday night. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. If you're checking out my channel for the first time, you see what you like, please subscribe, smash the like button, do all that for me. Please have some fun. We're here to have fun. That's what we're here all about. We're about having fun here. Okay? Yes, I've been incorporating wrestling into my channel. And we're going to expand upon the wrestling stuff on this channel. A little bit later this week. I'm not talking about clips. I'm talking about actual wrestling stuff. Okay. Now, on this channel, I do like pop culture stuff, comics, movies, TV shows, and this is what this channel is going to be about. Okay. This stream is about. Okay. I see in one of my videos I posted. A lot of people have their opinions. A lot of people have their opinions, their thoughts on this on what happened tonight, what happened earlier today in AEW Forbidden Door. That's wrestling related. But okay, so usually I have Blinded on. It's kind of like my co-host, I would say. Usually, Blind Whale. He'll be here. I don't know. I don't want. I mean, he's streaming right now. He's been streaming for hours. He doesn't have to. He could take if he wants to come in. He could take a break, or he could just be in the chat if he wants. I don't want him. I don't want him to continue going on. I know it's like. I know what it's like to talk for a long time on here. And it does get tiring. I've done 4 or 5 hour streams before, so I know what it's like. So yeah, I know what it's like, guys. Now, do me a favor. Sure, super chat me, ask me questions, whatever, things like that. Okay. Yesterday, I usually do streams on Saturdays, but I didn't do a stream yesterday because I have a headache. I had a headache. Okay, had a headache to do a stream. I was able to make a video because it only took about 8 minutes, so I was able to do that. But I didn't feel like streaming. I wouldn't be my best energy for the streaming. And yes, so I'll be streaming again more. Okay. What's up, Jalen? I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so we got a lot of we're gonna go over Peacemaker. Okay, I watched Peacemaker, season 2, episode 1. I watched it. I liked the episode. Okay, then every Thursday I do a after show spoiler review. What I'm planning to do, I start off this Thursday. Okay, I start with this Thursday. Okay, so you can go check that out if you want. Okay. Well, we're going to take a look at Grace Randolph spoiler review of this episode 1 of season 2. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm trying to find. Yeah, we're doing great. I didn't have really much time to search up things for the past 2 days, so that you know, I didn't possible candidates. I didn't have much time like I used to. I was kind of busy, but I just saw the Grace one. Trigger, trigger, what again? Snyder Bros, normal people. Well, the Snyder Bros have to realize, specific Snyder Bros. Snyder is into that shit too. So if he made it a rated R DC show, there would be sex in it. He's on for Watchmen, so if he has problems being triggered, if they have problems being triggered by James Gunn incorporating that, then they're freaking hypocritical because Snyder does that all the time. And normal people, who cares? Who cares? Normal people. I mean, I don't think that scene was necessary. I thought it was too much. I thought it was too long. But like, who really cares? Who really cares? It's not both are just showing the hypocritical way of thinking. That's all. That's all I believe. Okay. That's all. That's what I believe. And when it means sexy, it means the orgy scene in the premiere episode. Okay, yeah, it was an orgy. They get it out. I may get. I don't know if I'm going to get demonetized for that, or not demonetized, but limited ad revenue for saying that word. Uh, but whatever. Just as Snyder fans are hypocritical, because Snyder loves that shit, or at least have applying that stuff in his films. And he loves the idea of grape too, and that's 1,000 times worse than this. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna take a look at Grace now. I think Grace Randolph does like the show surprisingly, and this is 24 minutes long. I'm watching. Yeah, blind. I figured because you've been talking a lot on your past stream, and I don't want you. You might be out of breath, might be tired from talking. I know. I get that feeling too. So you might be tired from your last stream, which is interesting. I didn't think you were going to go for 3 or 4 hours. I don't think that was your plan. But so chime in anything in the comments if you stream exception. Oh, are you sniping me? I knew it. Thanks. No wonder. Good. Huh? Yeah, I knew you're sniping me. But yeah, this is about Grace Randolph. Okay. All right. This is about Grace Randolph, and I think she likes this. Likes this. Oh, did I make this bigger? Okay, it's big. I'm gonna go on the bottom. There's no banner here. No, you know what? I'll go back to the side. So I watched the episode, liked it. Okay, liked the episode. Interesting where this is going in the second episode with with Chris and obviously this is gonna be spoilers. He's gonna replace Peacemaker. He's gonna replace a Peacemaker from the other world, from the other dimension that he went to, because in the end of the episode he killed the Peacemaker that was trying to kill him, and he's going to place that Peacemaker who had his brother was alive and his father actually loved him, so he's going to replace that Peacemaker he just killed. Okay. Sorry if I spoiled it for you guys. It's just it's been a few days, and if you see, I have posted a clip of Peacemaker versus Peacemaker. Okay, where that Peacemaker tried to kill the Peacemaker at the start of the show. It's about a little over a minute long. Uh, I think it's actually just under 2 minutes. Still did okay reviews and stuff. Did okay. Yeah, that's actually from the show. And okay, might do more of that if something interests me in a few episodes that gets my interest. I might I might do the exact same thing. It has to be something interesting and people get people's attention, not just my attention, but overall people's attention. But we're going to look at Grace today, Grace Randolph. Okay, because I really haven't looked at anybody else because I was busy. More okay. Why can't any of my why can't any of my I mean hold on, hold on, why can't any of my non wrestling stuff do well do as well as my wrestling stuff? I mean they do okay. My Superman videos are okay. Sub to me if you want. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna send. Oh, so you want to come in? Okay, okay, you want to come in? Okay, because I thought you didn't want to come in because you're stream striping me, which is I appreciate. Oh, but a Grim Merchant is he was just on Blind stream. Oh, I think Blind just ended. Okay. Yeah. The thing is, okay, you just said there wasn't much entertainment news this 2 days this weekend, so I didn't make any video entertainment news. So, right? Oh, there's blinded. Man, I didn't think you were to come in, man, because you talked for a long time.
Yeah, I did. I was just bored. I mean, there was nothing really to do today. And I was just organizing files for like school and on my computer. And then I kind of got bored of that. So
Hmm.
I did
Yeah,
organize
you
some
had an interesting
files.
stream.
Yo, what's up, TJ?
Hey TJ, hey TJ. No, I really didn't have I didn't really plan for this AWO Detracts. I just saw this spoiler review a couple days ago. I'm like, might as well just pick Grace because I know Grace. You could tell. Okay, TJ, I'll have to put the link in for you because I don't think I put the link in the DMs. But I think she liked this, even though the first season. I don't think she saw the. When the first season came out, she said she was not going to watch it, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Um, but here's the thing we know about Grace: when she likes something, it's the stuff she says is still wrong. in our, in, right? Like,
Mm,
remember, we specifically was Daredevil when we did Daredevil together, right? And we detracted her Daredevil takes. Like, she says she likes the episodes, but she completely got her stuff wrong. Wrong. Remember, like, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna invite TJ in. 20. I hope your internet works this time, TJ. I hope so. I'm hoping, man. All right. So I didn't start her stream, her video. Okay. So all right. So all right. Is there a way to make this video bigger on here? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's okay. All right. And so he did see the episode, blind to let you all know. All
Right?
right.
I'm particularly interested to hear what you think of this episode. If, like me, you didn't watch season one and you're just jumping in after you had such a good time with Superman. So, what did you think?
Uh, I'm gonna say I don't know if we really need to jump into season one. See this season. I mean, 99% of season one is canon. The only thing that's not canon, right? Blind is the is Justice Gang in the Justice League. That replaced everything, right? Like that the switch there, right? I just hear that. I don't hear your voice.
No,
Either
I am
about it?
here. I'm reading the. Sorry, I was reading the comments about the fucking Nintendo shit because there's all these dummies now. What did I say on that other stream?
Oh,
These
okay, yeah,
people will
yeah.
bend over backwards and shit. Fucking dummies, bro.
What were you? Okay, so what were you say, blind? If you didn't see season one
If you didn't see
and you
season
jumped to,
one and you're jumping into this, why? That's my question.
I think it's because you like Superman.
Yeah, but
I think
but yeah, watching the first episode, you realize like the first episode is a continuation of the first season. I feel, and the thing is,
yeah,
the recap is really just there to be like,
it's been 3.5 years.
yeah, but here's
Right.
the thing, like the recap is an edited version of what happened in the first season because it has
Yeah,
retcons in it. So that's why they also
yeah.
did that. But you can't. Did James Gunn ever say that you can watch the second season without watching the first season? I don't think he ever said
I
that.
don't know.
If he did, I
I
think
don't know.
that's
That's a
insanely
good
stupid
question.
to say. I mean, I guess with any show you technically could, but I don't see why you would. Because it's like you kind of like are missing a lot of character beats. Like you should probably watch it.
Yeah, because his first episode, in the first episode this season, they clearly thought they're going to be like popular, well-known heroes for saving the world, and turns out that's not the case, right?
Right.
And and if you didn't see the first season, if you didn't first season, wouldn't you wonder what they stopped? Like who they stopped? Like what invasion stopped? Like who they stopped? Like wouldn't you be interested in the people or the aliens that they stopped? Like I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you got a good point. No, Gunn. People asked. Yeah, he did. Gunn said Gunn. Gunn kind of quietly confirmed Flash is no canon. He kind of quietly. He basically said Flash. We said basically a lot of things and changed a lot of things. He basically made it Flash was rebooted the universe. Yeah, kind of in a way. But yeah, it's a good point behind it.
Some of you were like, I don't know, Grace. And I was like, trust me, come along for this ride. And so, what do you think so far? I mean, yeah, I had a few issues with it, which we'll touch on. But I think
Let me guess. It's the orgy scene. It's gonna be the orgy scene. I guarantee it's gonna be the orgy scene. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one of the issues. And look, personally, I thought the orgy scene was not necessary either. I thought it went too long. Like that's just me. But and it showed a lot. It showed a lot that we not necessarily need to see.
Sorry. Uh, yeah, I'm
Sorry.
just give me a moment. Sorry, you can continue.
Okay. But I think one of her problems is going to definitely be the origin scene.
overall, I think it's extremely well constructed by James Gunn, who wrote and directed this episode. He wrote all the episodes, and he directed a few of them, but lots of Easter eggs for shock and awe. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I geeked out hardcore when I saw that when I first got my screeners, and I knew it would light a fire under everybody with this premiere. But there are a lot of other cool things too.
Yeah, but she knew about the season one. Obviously, she knows about. She may not see season one, but she obviously knows about the change in this from this season to from the first season, the Justice Gang and Justice League, the old switcheroo. She knows about. Yeah, he used a flash of darts. He used a flash to jumpstart DCU. Yeah,
But then I think it does a nice job with a really strong emotional hook with the reveal of Peacemaker's perfect alternate universe. Perhaps too good to be true? We'll find out. But I think that's a strong emotional hook, and I think that's gonna. I hope, and I'm sure James Gunn and DC hope that's gonna keep a lot of people.
Yeah. What if like the universes are in like that universe? They're not Nazis or neo Nazis. What if they're actually decent people? I don't know. It's probably gonna be like too good to be true. And no, what's just probably gonna be happy? Probably the White Dragon in that Peacemaker was dead now, and the brother. They're gonna love each other obviously, but they're probably still gonna be neo Nazis, White Dragon in that universe. That's what I got the feeling. That's probably one of the changes. One of the changes are not gonna change. That's what I get the sense. And also, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, no, okay. So the father is visible in that world, that dimension. Because don't get me wrong. I don't know if Blind is back yet, but if he's hearing this, didn't in the last episode finale, they might have retconned this too, but in the finale, doesn't he see visions of his father after he killed him? And I believe in the comics, Peacemaker has visions of his father, and it seems like the dimensional father that he meets is not a vision because his brother sees him, right? So, blinded. Correct me if I'm wrong. Blinded. Doesn't the finale of the last season? Doesn't he have visions of his father?
Yeah, his dad is supposed to appear as a ghost. That's what it. I believe it was like that in the
Yeah.
comics. I don't know much about Peacemaker, but that's what it was supposed to be like.
Yeah. So this father that we see in the other dimension is not a ghost because his brother sees it. But he sees him too, right?
Yeah, no, this is not. His dad's not a
And he,
ghost. Like they didn't even show that in
yeah,
the first
because
season
otherwise,
or the first episode. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you're right because that would mean his brother have to be a ghost, but he never knew his brother looked when he was older. He was killed when he was young. He died when he was young.
Well,
So
TJ,
yeah,
that's not. Hold on. I don't know if you're saying that the Flash is the reason why the DCU exists, but that's not true. There's just there's no. It was not a Flashpoint situation. It's just a
of course.
restart that includes stuff from James Gunn's projects.
Yeah.
Because yeah, nothing,
Right,
because he's so far he said the only thing that is canon is whatever is mentioned in these shows, and the canon starts with Creature Commando, and so I mean he's only using his stuff. I mean we have I remember when he was saying, oh, some parts of the DCEU would be in this new DC. Well, how is that going to be true? There's already stuff that it contradicts the previous universe, and then on top of that too, he already said that we're not going to have certain characters in this universe for a while. He said Aquaman and the Flash are not going to appear for
He
some
did say
time,
that.
which means
He did say
that,
that. That's
which
true.
by the way, if he is saying that, this is why I say that there's certain things that you can't just take at face value of what he's saying. Like if you're saying that those characters are not going to appear in a while, that's because those characters are being rebooted, and they don't basically want to confuse people by having a new incarnation so soon after the last one. Because then people would be like, oh, the last Aquaman was boring, I'm not going to watch this one. You know what I mean? Like if you give it some time in between franchises,
Yeah.
people forget and then they're willing to show up to the next one.
Yeah. Oh, Ken John. I spelled Ken wrong. What's funny is for Ken John.
People watch until it gets to the final 3 episodes. Is it extremely similar to Guardians of the Galaxy? Even down to the title treatment? Yes, it is. People like Guardians of the Galaxy. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought the third one and the
It's not like Guardians of the Galaxy. No. No. Stop.
Christmas special were particularly good. Now, why did I mention the last 3 episodes? Well, James Gunn's been going around telling everybody that that's where this stuff really starts to cook. He says it's so secretive, he hasn't even shown it to his own people, much less the critics. We got the first 5 episodes in advance, but there's 3
Yeah,
more.
because you'll fuck it up. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if that doomsday rumor, but August 27th, it's a
Yeah,
lie.
it's all bullshit.
Let y'all know. Blinded has seen. I've seen it. It's been confirmed as a lie. Somebody ran with that story from somebody else. That wasn't even supposed to be a scoop. The person who came up with that wasn't even a scoop or anything like that. Then somebody else ran it as a scoop. August 27th for Marvel Studios is not the announcement. It's when the announcement is. That's when Thunderbolts is on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thunderbolts is coming out that day. That's what. Okay. It's you know how Blinded made up some rumors. Blinded has made up some rumors in the past. They got some traction. This is exactly the same thing here.
Which apparently are where it all gets knocking farts. So we'll see. But I gotta say, this episode doing pretty darn good. Trending number 3. Last I checked. But it's a marathon, not a sprint, because Alien Earth trended number 1 when it
Suicide Squad
debuted.
was DCEU.
But not at all.
This is the thing, though. The stuff that's in Suicide Squad doesn't make sense if it's in the new DCU. So
They did mention the Starro thing.
So the only thing that we know that is canon from the Suicide Squad is obviously the ending. Rick Flag Jr. is dead.
Yeah.
Peacemaker, obviously the stuff that happened to Peacemaker and Bloodsport. But the thing is, like, for instance, what is not part of the DCU is and we don't know how it would be changed, but like why Bloodsport was in prison. Like that's an example of that's not canon to the DCEU or the DCU, because the reason why he's in prison is because he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet. Obviously, that's impossible given what we know in Superman.
You're right about that, but James Gunn did say he's looking to bring Bloodsport into the DCU.
Yeah, I mean, no, he exists. The character has to exist because then, what's the point of Peacemaker season 1?
And it's gonna be the same actor. It's most likely gonna be the same actor too. He said he wants to be the same actor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Idris Elba is gonna come back, but. Because he's done TV, he's done a ton of stuff. He was just with John Cena in a movie.
I mean, him playing Bloodsport is a better role than him doing. Well, he's dead now, but Heimel Heimel's useless. I mean,
yeah, that doesn't matter. Forget about that. That's long. That's long ago, bro. Like
his son. Oh my god! Even though we had a kid, like what the.
Yeah, it'll be Recon. I haven't seen Peacemaker or the new Superman. Lol. Well, yeah, you're gonna be confused.
You're gonna be lost, man.
Second week, I didn't even see it trend in the top 30, which was depressing because I love that show so much, and that was with some pretty big freaking.
Yeah, because Alien Earth is not gonna be like.
I haven't seen it yet, but Bob and 56K said it was really good. So
it's good. It's good, but like Alien Earth is not. I mean, Peacemaker and Alien Earth are not the. An Alien, I mean, Peacemaker's not the biggest DC comic show out there.
Mm-hmm.
DC.
It's also been a couple of years too. Like, whatever hype there was for the show is definitely faded. So who knows?
Yeah, whatever these surprises are in episode 5 to 8, that might drive people's interest.
Right. They'll retcon a lot of details. There's going to be a lot of retcons. This is why I said it's so stupid what he's doing. Like, this is almost like basically like. By the way, I love how people on Twitter are like, this is so comic booky that they're retconning stuff, and it's gonna be like what do you call it? Oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? You know the effect where people misremember things. What is that called? It's based on the guy from South Africa. What's his name? Why am I blanking on the name?
Oh, not the placebo effect.
No, not placebo. That's a totally different.
I know.
M starts with an M. Why am I blanking on his name?
Oh.
It's like on the
Mandela
Mandela
effect?
effect. There we go. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking of the Nelson Mandela.
Yeah,
I was
the
thinking,
Mandela effect, where people misremember something in a certain way because people thought
yeah,
Mandela died in prison, but he didn't.
yeah.
Yeah. So the Mandela effect. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I blank on shit on stream. It's so fucking annoying, and it only happens on
Oh, it
stream.
turns out. Lion, it turns out in Twisted Metal why we got different Ravens because the Nev Campbell Raven is not the real Raven.
No, she got recast. That's why they changed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why did she get recast?
I don't think she. I think it was like some conflict. She was working on a different project. Yeah. So, because like, as I was saying
Didn't
though
she
on
work in
Twitter
Toronto?
about the retcon, it's like there's never there's never been a story that at least I can think of that was cherry picked of all the details in that story that were like retcon. It's like the story or the event happened, but it happened in a different way. Like that usually doesn't happen. Marvel is probably like the closest of something like that happening, but it's never like it's usually like they keep it very simple where it's like it happened, that's it. And then they move on.
Yeah.
Like it's never been about the specific details because he even said he's like because he has the podcast where he goes sometimes in depth. I haven't watched it where he points out what has been changed, and so certain jokes
Yeah, I
that
haven't watched
Peacemaker
that much
made
either.
is not canon because those characters don't exist in the DCU yet, or they're not like known to the public, so it doesn't make sense for Peacemaker to joke about them. For example, the Flash and Aquaman, those characters are not public presence in the DCU yet.
They should make a joke about Black Adam just for the hell of it.
Yeah, the thing is, it's just kind of stupid to me. Like, why like at that point, I don't even know. Like, I wouldn't even bring it up, to be honest. I would just be like,
I know.
have the intro and you can have that joke where it's like, oh yeah, it's a transition and just like move on. But I wouldn't like give attention to what is being retconned because it just makes it really, really convoluted and stupid. Where you're just like, why is this? Why not just start from scratch? Why are you? I don't know. I like I said, there's certain things I just don't like that James Gunn is doing. It's just irritating. You're like, this is stupid. And all the fanboys are just like, this is great. And you're like, who's ever said multiple retcons is great? That's a whole new load of bullshit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Developments, and it started with 2, then went to the 3rd episode. Nobody seemed to care. We'll see what happens with Alien Earth. Come on back there, man. And we'll see what happens with Peacemaker. Very interesting. Even if things maybe get a little more story-oriented than Easter egg-oriented for the next few episodes, if the show does finish strong with the back 3, and it's clever to do the back 3, because,
No, it's not. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. Maybe I would have said this if I didn't watch Creature Commando, but Creature Commando, like, fell flat on its face in terms of like the story and the mystery. This whole like, oh, we're not gonna screen the last 3 episodes. I don't know about that, unless there's like a cameo or like a specific reason. But I would not be surprised if it fell flat on its face because Creature Commando was that show's story is beyond convoluted and stupid. Like the show itself is fine because it's mostly about the characters, but when you get to the ending and they try to like do that twist, that whole thing makes no fucking sense.
You know what would have been a better ending? Where that princess was Cersei the whole time. Like, because Cersei could have that magic. Maybe like Cersei could like make 2 Cerseis, the real one, and the other one.
But then
I don't know.
If that would lead into a second season, okay. But like the whole like twist within the twist, like that shit was it was so unnecessary. And honestly, it was like, what was even the point of the entire mission? Like, why did this even happen?
I didn't like this. I like the show for what it is, but I didn't like how they treated Cersei. They made Cersei look weak.
I I
Sorry,
don't even see what was
Cersei.
the point of having Cersei in the show anyway.
I know.
That
Yeah,
was
they
the
could have
thing
chose
about the
somebody
show.
else for that. Whoa, don't you think? They could have chose somebody else for that role.
No, like once you watch the entire season in its entirety, it's like
Yeah,
what was even the point? It's like they're on a mission to protect the princess from Cersei. Cersei has this vision, and uh then the vision was showing that, oh, it was actually the princess who was going to cause the downfall of all these heroes. And so then now they have to go and kill the princess. And so they're about to kill the princess, but then it turns out no, that whole thing was a mistake. And the vision that was shown was false. But then it turns out no, it's
yeah,
true. But you're like, well, then who set this whole thing up? Like who set this whole entire thing? And the story right at the ending is just completely wiped, and then they have a new
what?
team, and then that's it. You're just like that whole story's done.
What?
You're like none of that
And
made
that,
any
the thing,
sense.
that thing that didn't, yeah, what didn't make any sense. Why is Cersei? Why is Cersei? What's like? How does this affect Cersei? Because Cersei doesn't feel like this kind of. Like, I
I
don't know
don't
her
none
role
of
in the
not, well,
show.
what was the point
Really?
of like why did the princess hire Clayface to fake being this whole thing if the
Yeah,
vision was fake? Because remember, Amanda Waller saw the vision. So if the vision was a fake vision that
yeah.
what Cersei created, she created a fake like no, like it just is so convoluted. Like you could just tell, like it was not like the story's not supposed to be plot focused, but because he has this entire mystery just to lead people on, like it's frustrating. Like don't do don't set up your show with a mystery to lead people on for it to go nowhere. That's like I feel like that's a massive sin. And that to me it makes it his worst project. Even though the character stuff was good. It's like the characters are cool, they're interesting, except for Frankenstein. Fuck Frankenstein. He's an awful character.
Yeah,
What
he
was even
is.
the point of following him? He was just a total scumbag of a character. No redeeming
He's
qualities
a simp.
whatsoever.
He's a simp, man. He's just a simp for the whole thing,
Well, he's
man.
just a piece of
The
shit though. Like
bride.
the whole like episode with the old lady and stuff. Like
Yeah, yeah.
they
He was being treated like.
and then Rick Flag Sr., which by the way, you notice, and this show was a test. They they never fucking go back to Rick Flag in the show. He got beat up,
And you
almost
know,
died, and that's it. That was like the end of his
you
character
have
for
to,
the entire
you
season.
know, have the limited times you got Rick Flag live action wise in Superman and this even Peacemaker. I know something different. Like the Rick Flag in the animation show is like a different. I know it's the same actor, voice actor, right? And it's the same character, but it just feels like
It's like
the
different
personality's
character. Yeah,
different.
like feels like an entirely
Yeah,
different character.
like
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like, I mean, so far he's supposed to in the Creature Commandos,
he's
he's like this
gullible.
like
Fucking gullible as fucking Creature
yeah,
Commandos.
he's gullible, but
He-
like his personality is completely different from what we see in Superman. But, I mean, to be
yeah,
fair,
even in
he's only briefly
even
shown in
Peacemaker though.
Superman, but still, it just
Yeah, but Frank Grillo the Frank Grillo actor live action doesn't give you the impression he's gonna be gullible.
yeah,
You
I don't
know?
know. So far, that's why I say like I'm more interested in seeing what the rest of the DCU is outside of James Gunn because all we've gotten is stuff from James Gunn, and honestly, I don't think it's like his best work. If it was his best work back to back, I
I
wouldn't
agree.
have a problem. But fuck was that? Sorry. But
Oh,
yeah, but personally, I don't think
I agree.
it's his best work. If this show is good, then yeah, I'll say otherwise. But I don't know.
Nina, it's
Yeah,
too bad she died.
yeah. The characters
The
were
fish.
if the story wasn't a mystery or whatever, and it was just a straightforward story, then you would say, okay, it's clearly supposed to set up the characters, right? But
Yeah.
it's not because it's like, why would you don't lead with a mystery? I don't give a fuck. It was so infuriating. Sorry. Let's continue.
It's good, it's fine.
6, people might go, oh shit, I missing the hot stuff, and then go watch and binge Peacemaker up until then so they can join the party for 7 and 8. So that's actually very smart from a business perspective. But so if those episodes are incredible, that's going to be a really much needed win for DC that will build off of Superman and help pull Superman up a little bit.
Oh, by the way, Superman just cost $600 million. Mm-hmm. Fantastic Four is only $10 million away from $500 million. Right, that, you know, there's a chance Fantastic Four could reach it.
Probably not. That's right.
But as well, because those international numbers are still PU stinky. Now, on that note, but let's talk Easter eggs first, right? For this episode, we have a lot of really cool stuff to discuss. And I hope you'll subscribe for not just all my Peacemaker, but my DCU coverage overall. And that's right, there it is, in bright, shiny lights.
Écoutez les gars, moi, je suis un vrai fan d'elle. Il y a d'autres businessmen und des Eils genommen.
This is an English advertisement, man.
So right out of the gate, Gunn, ever the true comic book fan, hits us with a deep cut. And that's a Kite Man shout out. Oh, I can't
That
tell
was
you
in the old,
how
that was in the last season. And this is another thing that he said was a retcon, by the way. He said Kite Man isn't technically dead. We never even saw Kite Man in the DC EU, so...
Yeah, Kite Man, it was just mentioned.
Yeah, and how would that even make sense in the last universe? But, yeah.
Yeah.
This made me as happy as the Justice Gang stuff, because I do love the Harley Quinn animated season, even though the last season was not good. But I've loved that show for many a year. And of course, Gunn does as well, as we've discussed. He cameoed.
Okay. She always does review at night. You know. Total disrespect for Frankenstein's monster. So is David Harbour going to be the live action Frankenstein? If he comes... He's probably David Harbour's going to get killed off in Doomsday, and because he'll probably be committed to Frankenstein. And I honestly, so there's rumors about Booster Gold, Kinami Najari, right? Kimani Najani, right? Rumors about Booster Gold. It's funny. He came out and said he signed for 6 Marvel movies in a Marvel video game, and I'm like, a Marvel video game? I want Blinded to hear this too, but a Marvel video game? Since when did they sign you for an MCU video game? I don't like. I hasn't been paying attention. I know he's a gamer, but I hasn't been paying attention. MCU doesn't make video games. Okay, I know he's a gamer too, but seriously, if he's a gamer, he would know Marvel and MCU does not make video games. Marvel makes video games. Well, they outsource it. Not Disney doesn't make the Marvel video games. They outsource it. But Marvel Studios, MCU, they don't make video games. So I don't know how. I don't know if he's the only actor that would say that, because I personally want to ask another. If I had a chance to ask a Marvel actor, like for example Chris Hemsworth, I would tell him, is it true that if Marvel Studios asked you to sign for a video game? It doesn't make sense, because Marvel Studios has not make. And by the way, when the MCU was making video games, it was 2011. They had those solo games, and they had the Lego games, right, for up to Age of Ultron. After Age of Ultron, Lego Age of Ultron, there were no MCU games. That's 2015, man. 2015, 2016. 10 years. I don't understand that. Yeah, but wait for him.
On that show. And I think that fans of Harley Quinn would be thrilled. I would be so thrilled if Kite Man actually showed up. Don't tease me. Oh, I'd be thrilled. But he better be played by Matt Oberg, who voices him on the animated series. It would ruin it if it wasn't Matt Oberg.
Kite Man would just be like a joke of a character, man. Kite Man's not a serious character. Yeah, it has to be an outsourced game, TJ. It can't be a Marvel Studios game. You're right. Kite Man. Nobody wants to see Kite. Come on. Kite Man, are you serious? What's Kite Man gonna do? Kite Man's the type of character who be very noxious and be knocked out in one punch. Okay? That's the kind of character Kite Man is. Very obnoxious character who hits on he hits on Poison Ivy. I know James Gunn likes these type of characters. I know he likes to have these fun, goofy, niche joke of characters. It's some way. They like to have them, whatever role, whether it's a small, tiny role, it's just there for fun, just for jokes. But you're not gonna build a universe by having Kite Man as an instrumental part of this world.
If James Gunn, speaking of that show, if he going to live action, he said that's what he wanted. If he brought over Kaley Cuoco and Lake Bell to live action, I would lose my freaking mind. It would make me so happy.
No. Kaylee does not look Harley Quinn. Okay? Haley, I'll say this. For voice, but Haley does not look Harley Quinn. Sorry. Haley, I'm blind. When Blind comes back, I'm on his thoughts. But Haley does not look like Harley Quinn, and Lake Bell does not look like Poison Ivy. Sorry. I don't think Haley, like Margot Robbie looks more like Harley Quinn than Haley. Okay. I don't think Haley Cuoco looks like Harley Quinn. She might be fine voicing the character because it's voice. You don't have to exactly look like the character. I mean, you don't necessarily need a blonde to voice Harley Quinn, right? You don't need a blonde actress to voice Harley Quinn, technically, or Poison Ivy, or really any actor, really, for any character of his voice acting. Well, but Haley does not look like Harley Quinn, and Lake Bell does not look like Poison Ivy. Okay. I don't think Harley Quinn is hard to act, okay? Hard to act, live action wise. Like the Joker character is usually played by a great actor, right? A tremendous actor. Hey, Anthony, good to see you. A great actor. Jack Nicholson. No. It's a debate between Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson, but Jack Nicholson is the best actor out of the two. Jack Nicholson is a level beyond Heath Ledger in terms of acting, because you don't take just Joker for his acting. You see his other roles, right? You see why Jack Nicholson is like, and right. So I think I see Kaley Cuoco act, and I seen Margot Robbie act. Margot Robbie's a better actress, and I think you need a great actress for a character like Harley Quinn, like you need for Joker. Okay. All right, put me say in the chat, guys. What do you guys think? Okay. Now, I'm not. Oh, okay. Here's TJ. All right, so yeah, here's TJ. So the internet works, right?
Oh, shit. Pray for me.
I'm praying for you.
So far, it's been working, so we're good.
So far. Good, man. That's good. Distracting this woman. Man, no, Haley Cuoco does not look Harley Quinn. Sorry, Grace. Just because of voice the actress doesn't mean she can play the character. She doesn't know Harley Quinn. Like Bell doesn't know Poison Ivy. What do you think, TJ?
Wait, are these the voice actresses here at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on crack.
Yeah, she's on crack.
There's a whole world of this. This is why, again, she's the editor. There's a whole world of difference between voice acting and acting. Okay, that's why you have actors who do not know how to voice act. It's a whole different world.
Also, I don't think the Harley Quinn show is canon to the DCU. It's just let it be his own show. Like the Cape Crusader. We don't need it to be part of the DCU. It can be part of DC Studios because everything would be under the DC Studios umbrella, right? DC Studios is not just DCU. It's DC everything, right? Right, TJ?
Yeah. It seems like we'll have to see, of course, until they make a new Suicide Squad. But it seems like they're making Harley Quinn her own character, like being completely divorced from the Joker, which is okay.
Yeah.
Like they can. Tony will be pissed, or some people like that are pissed because like Harley Quinn is dependent on the Joker because that's how she was invented. But I say fuck it.
Well, but lately, for a few years now, Harley Quinn's been a lot more independent, right? Straight away from the Joker control.
Yeah, they replaced her with Punchline apparently. Like a Punchline is the more
Punchline.
savage one now.
And when you got an actress like Margot Robbie, you think she wants to be a side character to the Joker? Like, she might have like an
Hell
equal
no.
role, right? It'd be like a Bonnie and Clyde thing, and not like a sidekick, right?
Not even.
Right, like-
No, she'll want to be her own thing. She'll be like how Dwayne
Exactly.
Johnson took over Shazam. I mean,
Yeah.
Black Adam.
Yeah, and clearly
That's how it
Shazam
works.
was setting up Black Adam. I mean, Shazam, the first movie
Yeah.
was clearly setting up Black Adam to appear in the future. And he didn't, The Rock's like, nope, I don't want to be a
Yep.
villain. I want to be a hero.
Dwayne Johnson divorced it. Yep. No, I want to be the hero.
Yeah, he said, nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I want to see. Oh God, I'm dying to see what those contracts look like. I'm dying to see it. Like him and what's his face, Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be in your movie, this has to happen. And this has to happen. And this has to happen.
Oh man. Good thing they got to. I guess they made up because they're in the next movie together. There's a bunch of eagles going at it. They're huge. Huge. They're both big-headed. Well, actually, big metaphorically and actually, they are really both big-headed. They both have big heads. Sorry, I'm gonna do that. You're gonna be Vin Diesel and Dwayne Rock also gonna sue me now for defamation because they have big heads. Well, I'm sorry, it's a fact. They do have big heads. Physically.
Did you see Dwayne Johnson's Christmas movie? Like they didn't even make him an elf. He's just a big guy who can shrink. That's how far Dwayne Johnson will go. The man's insane.
Yeah.
My God, I would geek out like, oh my God. Like when I saw the Expanded Justice Gang. That's right. Not just Gun Superman, but also Supergirl as well. Very nice.
Why is Superman technically part of the Justice Gang? Like, Supergirl's there?
In a way, I guess. After the events of that movie, I guess.
Why?
Because they right? Like
Why
they
could?
looked at
Oh, I understand why they just showed Guy Gardner in Hawkgirl. It's because they were in the first episode. The other three were in the episode, or might have just made cameo appearances later on, and they want to surprise us all. Maybe that's it. But
and I guess they were the only ones who were established at the time, and then that alien, or those aliens at least, they were like a huge threat. So of course these guys would show up.
It's VFX here, by the way. I mean, it looked really good. Trench coat or a long cape? I mean, it looks like the cape, but I like that maybe it could be the trench coat. We'll have to wait until next summer.
You can't, Grace. You can't tell the difference between a cape and a trench coat. That clearly a trench coat, not a cape. Oh my God.
Wait,
her
she's talking about the
super cool thing, yeah.
No, that is a cape. Hold on a minute.
No. She has no. The brown yellow thing here she's wearing with the that's a trench coat. That's not even a trench coat. That's just a regular coat. Here's a better view. Get this because here it goes down
No, I'm
almost.
talking about in the Peacemaker.
Oh, she's wearing a cape. There's no coat.
Clearly, it's a cape, right?
Yeah, that's a cape. Because if there was a coat, there she'd be a little bit wider, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's on Earth at this time, and maybe right, and she has to wear a cape, or maybe a different planet, or I don't know. I don't think Superman gets cold in the winter anyway, so I wouldn't think Supergirl gets cold in the winter. Maybe in a different planet, she has to wear a coat because it's colder. Because we know in Superman she's been on other planets, and maybe the cape is for a reason why. Even though she's wearing a cape in the fortress, but she's clearly not wearing a coat or a trench coat here. That's cape. That's pure cape because if she was wearing a coat, like you see in the poster down below how low the coat goes. If you would see that here, right? You see here the exact same thing here. It's not that low. So that's clearly a skirt. Clearly a Supergirl skirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Find out. But I liked seeing her there already. I mean, I'm getting pretty excited for Supergirl. And she's a long way out still. This is, of course, a retcon of the Justice League cameo at the end of season 1. For the last week or so, I've seen people having a real hoot on social media saying, well, what's he going to do about the Justice
Her enthusiasm, she said, crazy how she never watched the first season because of how vulgar she heard it was. But I love this episode, and it's by far the weakest and most vulgar of the series so far. Not just, okay, good point. Okay, you know what? Because you missed, like, Dean, you missed out but the one scene in this part, like the one in the orgy. She loved this episode, and you said that about how vulgar this first season was. She liked this episode, but there was an orgy. There was no orgies in the first season or anything like that. And there was no bunch of men and women all naked showing dick and all that. You know, there was nothing like that in the first season. I mean, there was nudity. But
oh, shit. They went full hero-gasm, huh?
Yeah, they went, like, everything was there was a lot of full frontal and all that shit, right? And like in this episode, right? And she loved this episode. I mean, like,
Guess who's back? Back again.
If this does sound hypocritical, Dean, because you're right. You just sounds hypocritical. She said the first season, she didn't watch the first season because how vulgar how it was, and she's like this first episode. I'm sorry, but the first episode did not show a fucking orgy and in this orgy, the all was full frontal. Okay.
Oh yeah, this was a pretty crazy orgy scene.
Yeah.
There's some guy beating off into some punch bowl.
This is not even Game of Thrones had an orgy like this. Okay, had a scene like Game of Thrones had crazy sex scenes like this, but nothing like this extensive. Like,
yeah, she what does this comment say? Her enthusiasm seems fake, which yeah, we said this even before Superman came out because Superman was gaining some popularity. And so she quickly wanted to jump on that bandwagon. Wait, pull it back up. Hold on, wait. I'm reading from a distance.
Okay.
Crazy how she never watched the first season because of how vulgar she heard it, but loved this episode. By far the weakest and most vulgar of the series so far. Yeah, this the thing is, like, the first season was all just like talk. We never actually saw anything like crazy like this first episode. So yeah,
all the
that is
action happened
true.
like near the end of the season.
Yeah, but I mean, like, all of the vulgarity that she didn't want to see, it was all just jokes. Like, it was not even visual jokes. It was all just in the dialogue of Peacemaker talking and shit.
It sounds like a grift train. That's me. She's
100%. Yeah, she'll go where the audience wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just go with what the people are saying.
Justice League cameo. Here's your answer. Because that one, of course, featured instead of Hawk Girl and Green Lantern, Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa, who, of course,
I think did Hawkgirl in this episode get more lines in this episode than she did all Superman?
Nah, she had some decent lines in Superman.
But it felt
I
like she had
felt-
more lines. It felt like she had more lines in the Peacemaker episode, didn't it? Because like,
Not really. I just felt like I felt like when I was at the end of this episode, I said to you, I'm like, why does Superman even hang out with the Justice Gang? Like they, like I really don't understand. Like even in the movie, they were like, oh, we're friends and stuff. You're like, wait, Superman's friends with a bunch of dirtbags? Like, what? Like I don't even. I'm not really understanding.
When they announced the Justice Gang and shit, and I figured, okay, they're associated with the Maxwell Lord and shit.
Mhm.
I thought his relationship with the Justice Gang would be exactly like Black Adam and those guys.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, with the
like,
Justice Society.
fuck off! I don't want to do with anything. Do anything with you guys.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't. And then because I
It's
even
super
put this
dope
on
too.
Reddit, and people were like, "Oh, well, it's only for a job or whatever," and they're not really friends. And you're like, "Yeah, but like the whole plot point in Superman was the fact that Mr. Terrific was like, okay, fine, we're friends with Superman. We got to help him." Also, if they weren't friends, why would Superman even have that conversation that they had in that building, in the Stag building? Where he's like all pissed off and stuff that this shit got revealed, and they weren't even very like confining in him. Like they didn't want to help him or like like holy shit, like this is fucked
And
up.
they-
What's
and he
happening? They were
started
just
right
like
away.
blew him off.
and right away they started like to disbelieve him. Get like
Yeah,
suspicious
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah, I really don't understand their relationship, and people are just like, no, it's fine, and you're like, it really deserves some exploration, like even in the movie. But and then in the show, the way that it's all set up, it's like really shady. Like Peacemaker goes to this like back alley and shit, and then they're making fun of this like they made fun of the White Rabbit, and they were like all talking about her camel toe and all this shit like that, and you're like, these
Yeah.
people are not good people whatsoever. Like I don't know, it was just kind of weird. Like Superman hangs out with these kind of heroes,
doesn't
and
make
they're
sense.
all and then they even in this scene, the same scene, they're like, we're trying to clean up our act, so we don't want someone like Peacemaker because he kills. And you're like, but the Justice Gang does kill, so it also makes it look a little sketchy too, where you're like, you guys are
They
cleaning
killed
up
the
your act.
kaiju.
Yeah. Well, they clearly, based on what they said in that scene, it does seem like they do
I
kill people outside of what we saw in Superman, right?
They're like the X-Force.
you know what it is. I think they work with the government.
They don't work for the government. It's Maxwell Lord
Oh,
is
Maxwell Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see,
That's
why
what
would
I'm saying.
Why would Superman want to team up with the people that kill? It's like
That's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you
The
want to
more you think
explore
about
that?
it, the more it makes your head
I mean,
hurt.
look. If Batman was there, Batman would be like, "Get the fuck away! I'm not team helping you guys. Get out of here."
Yes.
Yeah, like
Same with
that's
Superman.
that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, why are people so accepting? Like, oh, it just is what it is. It's like that's
No.
fine, but it's like I don't have a problem with the idea of him being on the team, but it's like there's a conflict there. Like he clearly
Honest to God,
isn't
You
supposed
know
to
what
be
they
on
should
that
have
team.
done, really? They didn't need to do this. Just make Timu, Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. You don't see them. They're just in the shadows. That's it. Bye. Don't
Right.
even let Peacemaker talk with them. Like, this scene was unnecessary.
Yeah. So
No, I didn't. Because the thing is, I'm sure if they did something like that, then people would be like,
People
well,
freak
why
out,
isn't
right?
that mentioned in Superman or yada yada, right? But this is what
Oh,
happens
yeah,
when you
because the Justice League
establish.
didn't even happen yet. Shit.
Yeah,
And
true.
Supergirl too was part of the gang. Supposed like didn't what?
Yeah,
I guess,
that.
I
yeah.
guess you can hibbity-jibbity your way into, okay, the Justice Gang did Superman a big one. And
I
they
I
fought
gotta
against Boravia.
Yeah, you
But
could
that's
just
about it.
assume. You could just assume. Oh, she was, because I'm sure they'll say this in her movie. Oh, she was out hanging out with on her birthday and stuff, and that's why she wasn't there during the events of Superman. But she's normally there. She's like, okay, whatever. But I don't really like this idea of like we have this established universe, but we still haven't figured it out yet.
Yep, we still don't have our superhero, so let's give them
Yeah.
the Justice Gang. Like, okay, actually, remove Superman and Supergirl, make this the Justice Gang. This would have made 100 times more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
just
would have
have
been
3 of
perfect,
them.
in fact.
Why not?
Yeah. They'll be the ones who show
Yeah.
up to this shit. Like the shady stuff. This is shady stuff that's Peacemakers do.
Honestly,
They
that
will
would have
show
made
up.
way more sense if it was just the 3 of them. Like I wouldn't even be complaining.
Yeah, nobody will say shit.
No, yeah, because even in
And
the
it's weird-
Superman
it is
movie,
weird-
it's like it's weird. So if you didn't include them here, because this is supposed to take place 6 months before Superman, right? Because Superman is
Yeah,
taking
you know what?
place just before the events of Peacemaker season 2. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But-
it's just kind of I don't know.
Blinded. TJ. Remember we all saw the movie Superman, didn't it? I thought Justin Gang was not actually their official name. I thought it was just a joke.
No, it was just like
Is it supposed to be a joke?
They had to come up with it.
it
on
is
the
a
fly.
joke, but it was like that was the only name they could come up with, so they
Yeah.
just let it stick.
So when did that? So when does that? So how long did this take place after Superman? Then the season 1.
Probably
Yeah.
no. From this point,
Yeah.
it would have to be just
Because
a
he did
couple of
mention- remember
months,
in the-
like a few months.
Yeah, because remember in the montage he did mention the Justice Gang, right?
Hmm.
You remember, like, right? I mean, I wish.
This
I
all
wish-
takes place within a 6
thing about
months
James
time
Gunn-
frame. That's based on what.
Hold on a minute. You guys watched
I
this episode, right? I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does Superman pull up to Peacemaker at least?
No.
No.
This is the
that's the
only
target.
shot. No.
Peacemaker was talking
saw
all that shit about Superman on TV, and then Superman doesn't
Yeah.
address it.
about the
Peacemaker was
about the.
I mean-
about the
I
I mean,
far.
to
Wild.
be fair, that still could happen. It still could happen. We don't know. just yet,
Yeah.
but
All right.
But with Aquaman, why he fucks fish? That's what season 1 was, fucks fish. They changed that to was it puking or something like that? From Guy Gardner, and Guy Gardner seems like Guy Gardner Peacemaker of a history. It's hey Potion.
Yo, what's up,
Now
Potion?
Guns
See,
Lobo.
this is why the more
Excellent
I
choice.
see it, the more Superman shouldn't have been here.
Oh yeah, Blinded. He said she likes the Harley Quinn show. She's like, how about Haley Kukla like Belle do live action Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy? And I'm like, Haley Kukla does not like Harley Quinn. And Nick Bell does not like Poison Ivy. And that show is not part of DCU. All right.
I'm very excited for that. It's a small thing. It's really only for a split second. It gave me chills. But I'm a super DC fan. You're doing it right when the DC fans go, oh, even for just a couple of seconds. I heard that maybe there are some Superman characters still to come this season. Maybe like in the back 3 episodes, right? And I wonder if David Cornsweet Superman
Man, I don't know about David Cornsweet.
might be one of them. I haven't heard anything.
I don't know about that. That should be a season finale. If David Cornsweet Superman's in the show, sounds like a season finale. And Superman want to team up with Peacemaker. Peacemaker's a killer too.
Or at least they should resolve that beef, because Peacemaker again has been talking mad shit about Superman on TV. Resolve that.
Yeah, it's like,
Make that pay off at least.
It does,
There's something
you know-
there.
it does affect them. I mean, we saw with those monkeys and by those Luther monkeys.
Clearly, it affected Superman. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Peacemaker. Clearly, that'd be hilarious.
Superman is a farm boy, so he hates internet shit and he takes it way too personal. Right? That's the joke. So there's something there between him and Peacemaker that should be resolved.
Superman teaches him a way to murder. Superman inspires Peacemaker not to kill anymore. Can you imagine?
DCEU all over again. Let's go.
Yeah.
David Gordon Sweat. But Peacemaker wasn't Superman, so
See,
why
even
not
she knows.
pay back the favor?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Why not?
So Peacemaker, of course, appeared on The Sphere, the talk show, clearly the Fox-style talk show, where Lex, or at least was, buddy-buddy with that anchor, played by comedian Michael Ian Black, who shows up here as well, revealing that in the last 2 months, there have been 3, more than one a month, metahuman escapes, not just from Belle Reve, but also Arkham. You just have to say it. And again, as a Batman,
I want to see which metahuman she says from Arkham, which villains she thinks from Arkham, because there's a lot of Batman villains that are not metahumans. Most of his Will Geller are not metahumans. So only a few are metahumans. So she's probably gonna get one.
It depends.
Yeah.
Would Clayface
super
count?
fan.
Who?
Clayface.
Clayface, yeah, because he's a shapeshifter, right? I consider
count.
him. I consider Clayface, Poison Ivy, those two, right? And is that it? Is Killer Croc considered a
No,
metahuman?
there's a lot more.
Killer Croc, even though Killer Croc has a skin condition.
Or maybe they're saying
Yeah,
the
no, he
Joker
wouldn't.
actually escaped and they're setting that up
Well-
later. Who knows?
It did mention there's a metahuman that did escape Arkham. If this is after Creature Commandos, it's not Clayface, right?
In the DC universe, is metahumans not just the term that they use for superpowered individuals?
Yeah.
It's not like a mutant situation where it's like you have to have like a specific
A
gene.
gene.
No, if you have
Yeah.
any sort of form of superpowers, you're considered a metahuman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless otherwise, like unless you're not from the planet, right? Like Superman is not
I still think they
a
consider
metahuman because he's not human.
but they still
No.
consider him a metahuman in that sense that he has powers, right?
No, I remember them. They just say alien. They just
Yeah.
say,
Let me
Oh,
Google
yeah.
it and see. Yeah, he's not. He wouldn't be considered a metahuman.
I think he did in the well, yeah, that's a good point. Let's see what she says.
And
I'm
well,
pretty excited.
technically, this is a definition from the movies. This is not from the comics. But I'll just look up the comics.
Is Superman a metahuman? That's a good
So
question.
in the comics, it says is a human being who has a meta gene, a gene mutation, which when activated gives them superpowers. So it is like
But-
mutants.
But the Flash is considered a metahuman, but he doesn't have a gene. Didn't they classify the Flash as a metahuman? But I mean, okay, so
Is
the Green
Wonder Woman
Lantern-
a metahuman? So
No,
this
she's a
is
goddess.
what someone
the-
Wonder
that- I
Woman,
think
Cyborg, Aquaman are often misidentified as metahumans due to their
the Lanterns are
extraordinary
not
abilities.
Okay.
metahuman.
So that
Are the Lanterns
there.
metahumans?
But then in this, hold on, like I need like an official source because
No,
yeah,
Wonder
the-
Woman's a goddess. She's part goddess. She's basically a goddess. in some
someone
way.
said here that it's broadly an umbrella for people with superpowers, often even being applied to characters like Superman who are not human at all.
That
Oh,
They
yeah.
occasionally
Like,
try
they would
to.
mistaken because he looks human. Oh yeah, he's a metahuman. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. I think
Same with Wonder Woman. Like
I think if
who would
people
know
just
that she's
apply-
sometimes carriage?
I think you just probably people any DC character, whether they're alien, god, or whatever, or if they're metahumans if they have some sort of powers.
But there is some contradiction because yeah, people are saying that it's similar to Marvel's mutant gene,
It's not.
and that but that's what it is saying. It is saying that too, that you have to have a meta gene to be considered a metahuman, but then
Oh, okay.
it's been interchanged so much to the point where now
Most-
it is just a broad umbrella term.
The most from when I read DC or most of the humans that have powers, they don't have it. They get it from something else. The Flash gets it from
Yeah.
obviously got struck by lightning.
Yeah, and that's why those characters would not be considered metahumans because they don't have the gene.
Yeah, in X-Men, you all mutants have the gene.
Just like how in Marvel, Spider-Man is not considered a mutant because he does
No,
not have a mutant gene.
even though there's times where he might have thought he was a mutant, or so, like
Yeah, there's always some stupid shit that they do, but generally speaking, Spider-Man is not a mutant.
yeah, and you could say like other Marvel characters not mutants either. Like
Like the Hulk is not a mutant. Captain America is obviously not a mutant,
nope,
right? Most of the Avengers are not mutants, like the general team, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. The term metahuman is, I will admit that
and
I mean, well, okay, we shouldn't even be looking at the comics because it's not even given a definition within the movies.
yeah,
And as far as we know, I mean, this is what I was saying on my stream, right? Like one of the problems I feel like with Superman is they introduce characters that, if you read the comics, you know the characters, but I don't know this version of the character. You know what I mean? Like, who is Metamorpho? Like, Metamorpho, this is a thing that kind of bothers me in the movie. It's like
Calypso.
Metamorpho, but Metamorpho literally creates kryptonite, and you're like, hold on a minute. Lex Luthor tells him to just create kryptonite,
He
but
doesn't.
there's no explanation.
Yeah.
Or like, did Metamorpho touch kryptonite?
Yeah. How did he
Because in
come?
order for him to create something, he needs to actually have touched it and seen it. He
How-
can't just create it from his imagination.
Did
That's
Luther
not how
show
his
him-
powers work in the
Luther
comics.
show
So
Did Luther show him a picture of kryptonite or something? I don't know.
it doesn't. He can't. He can't operate just on
Hold on a
photo.
minute.
It's something he has to touch.
No, I remember. Okay, I remember him trying to replicate the sun, and then he had to come
Right.
up with the chemicals.
Yeah.
And shit.
Well, that
How's
also
he touch
should
the
be.
sun?
Possibly, in order to give them the benefit of the doubt,
If
possibly
you touch the sun, he would die.
Lex Luthor told him the combination of how to make a kryptonite. Like, yes, possibly.
Yeah.
But
The
that's a
thing
lot
is,
of hibbity
it's
jibbity, you know.
the thing that I don't. This is what I don't like about James Gunn, right? If you're going to be like the comics is a basis of what the character is in the movie, then you can't just be like, oh well, we're going to now change something about that character and not give an explanation of why. And the thing is, we shouldn't even give an explanation to why we changed the character who hasn't even been introduced in live action yet. We don't know that character, but he's just like introducing the character as if we know.
He
You're
always
like,
does that. Even with the Guardians, way back in the gap, from the moment they were,
Yeah. I mean, like
from
they
the
give a
moment
lot
they
of
hit
shit
the
to
screen.
Marvel. They give a lot of shit to Marvel, but at least Marvel explains how some people get the powers, right? And the thing is, okay, Spider-Man is the exception, right? Because we've seen Spider-Man. Flash and Forward, they did basically a montage how they got their powers, but all the other characters we've seen how they got their powers, their abilities, and and here we like how did Mr. Terrific become Mr. Terrific? You know, how did Guy Gardner become the Lantern? How Hawkgirl became Hawkgirl? How Metamorpho has all this? Like these are not very well known people to the general public. You know, and
no, I'm not saying we need to know everything, right? Like the 3 Justice Gang members, you don't really need an explanation for them. But like a character like Metamorpho is a character who is I'm not gonna say complex, but his powers and his powers and what he can do does need some explaining.
yeah,
Because it's not just, oh, he can create anything. That's not how that's not how the character operates,
you know
right?
what it is.
Right.
Oh, James Gunn just saw Calypso and combined them both of them. Calypso and
Like you don't need an explanation of, oh, here's this guy who is extremely smart and could create his own tech. You don't. It's like, okay, here it is. He's created these things. This
You
is
know what
his
they should-
technology. That's fine.
we don't really need origins for those.
No,
well-
yeah, I agree. We don't need origin stories. I'm saying you at least need to explain
Lantern.
a
There is a
character like
solution.
Metamorpho. You
I think
There
Lantern-
is
you
a
absolutely
solution,
need
though.
to explain
Like if it
it.
were up to
I
me,
do.
there's a solution for Metamorpho. It's easy.
What's that?
Terrifics. Very simple. Make the Terrifics a thing. each one you get to see their origin story for every episode if it's a show.
Okay.
Yeah, but even
Easy.
that like the Terrifics, that you kind of need its own project for that, because the whole
Yes.
comic is supposed to be that they're tethered together, and there's a specific reason why they're all together and stuff like that. And
So
I mean,
Guy
like
Gardner, he may not.
eventually down the road you could do something like that, but Metamorpho, like I just feel like in the movie it's like you could dismiss it easily because again, it's not that important, but it's just like it's one of the things that bothers me about this new universe. It's like what are like what are our rule of thumb? You know what I mean? What's the rule of thumb with certain characters? Right? Is it something that I have to know from the comic to be like, okay, I know this from the comic so I can gather some
Yeah, but regular
idea?
people are not going to read the comics. And
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It just I don't know. It just seems really convoluted. That's my problem with
so
it.
with Guy Gardner, may not need the origin of Guy Gardner, but we might get an explanation of a backstory of Guy Gardner in the Lanterns because he'll be in it.
Yeah.
So we might know a little bit more.
At least.
Yeah, and with Hawkgirl, I don't know. Is Hawkgirl because there's nothing in the pipeline for Hawkgirl.
Now, Hawkgirl is the real mystery. Yeah, like how are they going to handle
because
her? That should.
we don't need exactly origin for Hawkgirl, but we do need if because her story is interesting, right? With the reincarnation and Hawkman and all that stuff.
Right.
Like, how do you incorporate that story for Hawkgirl into the DCU if they want to go down that road? But I think Guy Gardner will get a little bit. We'll know a little bit more for Guy Gardner and Lanterns because he'll be in it. I mean, yes, it's gonna be focused on Hal and John, but I still believe that we're gonna get some information on Guy Gardner because they're obviously gonna know each other. They're gonna know each other, Guy Gardner and Hal and John.
Mm-hmm.
And
I will say this: for as much as I like shitting on James Gunn, he's very good at one thing, and that's introducing characters, like showing stories.
Right.
That's the one thing he's excellent at. And, like Creature Commandos, like all the origin stories were top notch. You know.
Yeah, I think he's good at characters and stuff. I don't think he's so much good at like plotting.
Yes.
Like where does this all fit together? Like why? And I'm still like, again, like,
Zack Snyder for that.
did you just use Metamorpho just to have a character that could create kryptonite? You know, like, or was it like, no, I really want to use Metamorpho regardless of the situation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, what came first? Was it I need a character that could do this, or is it I just want to use the character? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like let me foot in stuff where it's like, oh, this is like a reference or whatever, or like this is an obscure thing, or like I like these things
because
like,
it seems to
I don't
me
know.
like it's a nice accident if it is. You
Let's
got
see.
Metamorpho sitting right next to Mr. Terrific, like it's right there. You know.
Let's see what this woman has to say.
Like,
Right.
oh, did you just say Arkham? Right? You know what else they said? You're like, hey, you like that? Bloodhaven. And I'm like,
You see called Bloodhaven?
Yeah, they say it like that in the show
Bloodhaven.
too. Yeah, I was confused when they were saying
you just
Bloodhaven in
have
the
to
show.
say it. And
Like,
again,
what?
as a Batman super fan, I get pretty excited. I'm like, oh, did
Yeah,
you
but,
just
like,
say Arkham? Right? You know what else they said? You're
I don't
like, hey,
know.
you like
First
that?
off,
Bloodhaven. And I'm like,
can I just say this? Like, some of these references are kind of hollow. Like, okay, yeah, you reference all these
You're
different things, and
expecting
I
this
hate it
shit,
when
like, well-
MCU does this too, because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, it's like there's a larger world or whatever, but it all just like in the show, it just comes across like just name dropping.
Doesn't pay
It's
off.
like, in all honesty, you could say any city. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
But,
okay,
you know-
this exists. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
like, I don't know
Gotham
why
is
she's
good.
getting so excited. Like, oh my
It's
god,
like
this
in
is so fucking game changing.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
Gotham, they had a Gotham Highway sign in Superman.
Yeah.
yeah.
Peacemaker season 1, back when it was in DCEU, they mentioned Batmite. You think they'll actually bring Batmite like in the DCEU?
I mean, yeah.
Come on.
No. They actually mentioned
I mean,
I hope it
knowing
pays
James
off,
Gunn,
you know,
knowing
it should happen.
James Gunn, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him for
'Cause he did
using
bring
that
up
character,
like
but
fifth
yeah.
dimensional imps.
Everybody knows Gotham is.
They
in
have a
DCU.
whole joke, by the way, in the same episode about imps.
Yeah, they
like-
do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah. Someone said
God,
Bloodhaven
that's
as well,
fake.
which of course is where Nightwing's base of operations is, and where Catwoman went at the end of that other universe story in the Batman. But yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah,
It's a,
I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But after seeing Peacemaker, I don't think the Batman fits in this world.
I don't know what exactly fits in this world is yet to be determined.
Yeah, that's true too. And
Yeah. They can literally do anything they want.
And,
But still,
Grace-
how many retcons do they have to do? To
And
pull it off?
Grace-
That's a great
Exactly.
question.
Catwoman. Yeah, Nightwing might be in Bloodhaven. Catwoman from the Batman is in Bloodhaven. You're not going to meet because Catwoman is not going to be around the same base as Nightwing. Okay, that'd be fucking ridiculous. Okay.
a big city. Also, we find out that post Superman's situation with the revelation about his parents on Krypton. Have you not watched Superman yet? It's on digital. Even heroic metahumans aren't trusted as much anymore by the public. So yeah, let's talk Justice Gang auditions.
Yeah, but what does that even mean?
They have
Like
to make some
again,
portal. It leads to a parallel world.
Speaking of Peacemaker,
Ironically, we're doing Peacemaker. We get this Peacemaker hat.
God. Like,
Right,
what
yeah.
does that even like? So after Superman, now
How does-
metahumans are distrusted. So then, doesn't that mean that
No,
metahumans are just superpowered individuals?
No, they still trusted the Justice Gang. They didn't trust Superman. They trusted the Justice Gang still, if I remember
But
correctly.
that's what
right?
she just said.
Well, she's wrong. She's wrong.
I don't know. Wouldn't that make sense though? Like, 'cause
Yeah,
they
it
do
would.
say that they're like, after what happened, we're trying to like keep a low profile and stuff. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. The more we talk about the episode, it's like, yeah, like the only thing that I thought was interesting was lo and behold, the stuff with Peacemaker, like as a character. Everything else was kind of just like, I don't care what's going on with hardcore, and it's like, oh, I have anger issues and I'm dealing with like fragile masculinity, even though I'm a woman. Like none of that was like intriguing or like, okay, like is this like who cares? Like in all honesty, I don't care personally.
Oh,
Like when they started talking about that and they focused a couple of scenes on that whole thing, and you're like, I really hope this ties into Peacemaker and it's just not like a beeline story, because it's not interesting.
It's a love story. It's a relationship build up. That's what they're doing there.
I hope it is, because yeah, like it better not be its own B story. That's all I'm saying.
Every superhero needs a love interest for some reason. You know, it can't go. You know.
yeah, well, not even like that's what James Gunn likes to do. He always pairs people, right? Like,
Marvel does it.
He makes them interact.
It's a comic book.
Yeah,
trope.
that's fine.
It's a
But they're not
comic
even
book.
really a couple though. Like they're
No.
just gonna contrast the alternate universe, right?
Yeah,
Because in the alternate universe,
They're married. I think,
she's
or-
Peacemaker. No, that's his ex.
It's X. Oh yeah. They were married. Yeah.
Maxwell Lord, who owns Lord Tech, have faulty tech equipment. I mean, the joke.
I'm disappointed with Gunn. I wish Maxwell Lord does turn to a villain, but it doesn't seem like he's going to do.
Yeah, and that's again another problem with James Gunn is he says things without like, let the show play out, let the movie play out. Don't tell us what's in the show before we even seen it, because it's like, how did we like we didn't even know that he wasn't a villain. You know what I mean? Like you didn't need to know that. We know that the character is like ambiguous.
And
right?
he pretty
So why even say that?
I knew.
And he pretty has no
knew.
interest in making him a villain. Like the Maxwell Lord when he becomes one in the comics. No interest.
Maxwell
He's still
Lord
an
here
ambiguous
is
character.
Kevin
He's not
Feige.
like a hero.
I called it. Maxwell Lord in
Yeah.
DCU is
Max-
Kevin Feige, 100%.
Maxwell Lord is a villainous name. That name is villainous. I'm
Like, the
sorry.
Yeah, but
corporate
him saying
sleazebag
that-
who just hires superheroes, like how he overfloods the MCU with side characters and shit. Yeah, that's
Right.
100%. He's Kevin
Probably
Feige.
you're
That'd be
probably
funny.
right. I won't.
It's-
I mean, he's been doing this a lot with the DC
The
characters.
Justice Gang are a B team that he's forced into 100%. I'm telling you, like
Yeah.
Kevin
But like
Feige.
speaking about that, it's like Maxwell Lord being a full-on villain. It's like this is what I don't understand about his comment, right? He's like, well, the character was always gray and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but the character's not a heroic character by any means. And he
No.
compared them to Amanda Waller, right? And it's like Amanda Waller is a gray character too. Like she only, goes where her interests lie, right? So it's like to say that they're not a villain is kind of stupid because
Maxwell
you're
Lord.
like, well, he is going to be some form of villain
Max-
to some, Justice League
Max-
member, right?
Maxwell Lord in the comics went genocidal. He wanted to just kill all humans and stuff. The old Max.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of like I don't know. He's really splitting hairs sometimes. This is
Yeah.
what I don't like about James Gunn
He's
because he
in
did
the
this with the hypno glasses too. By the way, remember
the
he's like,
comics-
oh, Superman has hypno glasses,
in the
but that was in the movie. Why
in the
reveal that?
comics, he does form like different Justice. It was international,
Yeah,
whatever he's
Yes,
right. He does, but as time went on, he gets very worried, very paranoid about metahumans, and then he turns full blown against metahumans and thinks they're all bad. That's Maxwell Lord.
right.
Okay, it's like
He's
How do
still
I
a
say it?
villain. Like what the like? You're splitting hairs. He's a villain, bro.
He's-
Like
what would be
who-
the Marvel equivalent to this guy? Because it's like the X-Men thing, the mutants thing, like Stryker.
Oh, what's his name? No.
Stryker?
God damn it.
Oh.
Who's the guy who made the
No.
Sentinels?
Yeah. Oh, Trask.
oh, yeah.
Yes, Bolivar Trask. Yeah.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, and he does become a villain, a full-on villain, and he's still, but he becomes a full villain. He still thinks he's doing it for a good reason because he thinks all metahumans are bad in a way, right? They're going to cause damage, all this stuff. He still thinks he's doing he's a villain, but he thinks he's doing the right thing, it's a righteous thing, it's kind of those villains where he
Like,
justifies.
you can call
his-
them anti-villains. Like
yeah,
they're people who have like sympathetic or like relatable motivations, but they're still like, at its core a villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Like
it's
Magneto.
the opposite of a
anti-villains. Yeah.
like a Magneto, like
Magneto. Yeah, like a Magneto.
and you could almost like say Doctor Doom to an extent.
To
Yeah.
some extent, but yeah.
It's like the benevolent.
Didn't work
dictator.
for me
Yeah,
because that just made absolutely no sense. I was just too
I mean-
hung up on the
I mean, Thanos in the MCU is like that.
Yeah.
The comic version of Thanos is not like
Kind
that.
of.
The MCU
Kind
yeah,
of.
kind of.
Yeah.
The comic version is not like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I still think both versions are a villain regardless, because it's like his motivation in the MCU is not really for the greater good. It's just like, oh, I'm going to wipe out half the universe
Because if we don't have enough
for
resources,
balance or
No, a
whatever.
terrorist can
bullshit.
literally
You don't
hire
agree with
Deadpool to
yeah.
do what he wants.
we don't have enough resources. You got
Yeah.
the infinite gauntlet that can do anything. You can't give.
But the thing is, like, about
resources.
Deadpool is the reason why people don't hire him as much is because they don't know if he'll even complete the mission or turn on them.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why they never really.
They know
hire
he's a
him.
wild card. Yeah.
Yeah.
We already got a bit. Oh, yeah, we got Mr. Fantastic and the Wonder Woman, of course.
Yeah, well, in Wonder Woman though, it's like, yeah, like, forget about the portrayal of Wonder Woman, right? Like, if he's doing what is in the comics, then the character
Oh,
is a character who's a gray character who goes wherever
it's
his interest lies. I would say, let's be honest, that's more of a villain. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what side he's on, what hero really does that? Like, what hero goes, oh yeah, I'm a good guy, and then the next moment, I'm gonna do this instead. Realistically, there's not a lot of characters like that, and if they are, they're a solo character.
it's still
Like,
it's
they're
still
not
far
rolling
away.
with a team of characters.
It's still far away different from the comic book version.
No, yeah,
Pedro
and on top,
Pascal's
and
Martial Lord.
yeah, and this version, we barely seen this fucking version. Like this guy was not even in Superman. Let's be honest. He showed up in like a clip at the ending, and who even knows if he'll
Yeah.
be in the rest of Peacemaker based on what the season is setting up. So I don't even know what was the point of casting him so soon, or why he cast his brother. Like you might as well have cast a bigger actor
No.
if you're building up to something. I'm kind of like, why did you cast your brother as Maxwell Lord? Like, I don't know.
Because I know he cast his brother in a lot of things, but his brother's always been in the things I've seen his brother in. Because I've seen his brother in others movies and TV shows. That doesn't when he doesn't work with James Gunn, he's always been known as a side actor, a side character actor, right?
Yeah.
Martial Lord in this, even though he hasn't been in a lot in the DCU, Martial Lord is not going to be a side character. This is a prominent
No,
role
yeah, based on
for the DCU.
yeah, like because we barely got anything of him. Clearly, he's setting him up for something, but who knows what that is? I don't
Yeah.
know.
To be
Yeah.
fair, Sean Gunn does have a lot of range. If you see him,
I guess,
Yeah,
but
he
it's
does. He
just
does.
it's just more so like this is James Gunn's brother in a role that
and
is going to
he'll
be
hire his crew for anything.
yeah. Like this should have been a different actor, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Like, especially because, all right. So, in other words, is James Gunn
logic.
only going to use Maxwell Lord? Is that why?
I don't know. That's
Like,
a good question.
Really? Also, in real life, none of those people would be doing introductory interviews. You wouldn't get to actual Justice Gang members and Maxwell Lord. I mean, they hired bodyguards. They would obviously hire support staff. That's who would be interviewing you initially. You'd have to be in the final rounds of interviews to be meeting these people. So that also,
Actually, you know what? The thing is, I hear what she's saying, but why would the Justice Gang, like the Justice League, if they wanted to have people, they wouldn't have something like this. They would
what the
recommend.
hell?
Oh, it's okay. So
Sorry.
what I'm saying is the Justice League. If the Justice League was formed and they wanted to expand it, they wouldn't do something like this. They would recommend somebody like Superman. Be like, I think Steel. I recommend Steel to join. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do something like this at Justice League.
No, yeah. I mean,
the
well,
The Avengers
I
wouldn't do something
mean,
like this in Marvel.
now. Well, here
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think because I actually I kind of agree with what she's saying. Like it is it makes it look like it is kind of like sloppy. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they're kind of like low ranked. So you do gotta wonder, like clearly there is a Justice Society based on the fact that there's a Justice Hall, right?
And-
The Hall of Justice.
What happened
And we
to those
see the
guys?
mural.
And here's
Yeah,
the
like
thing.
and this is the fucking problem with like the whole history thing. It's like, what is our frame of reference? Like
Yeah.
we have
They
no
all
fucking
resign?
frame of reference.
And here's the thing with this: the Justice Gang was never going to bring Peacemaker in. We're never going to bring him in.
They technically might have, right? Like because the only reason why they don't want to hire him is because he kills people. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, we're trying to change that. But like clearly if it's like who exactly are they interviewing? Are they just interviewing any fucing random person?
I'm just thinking if they wanted somebody in the Justice Gang, they wouldn't do interviews. They would know. They have information.
I agree. Yeah, they would have. I mean, the best of the best, they would have just gone to the best person.
You know what
I mean,
this looks to me? You know what this looks like to me? Seems like the DCU
Yeah.
is just full of supervillains.
Look at
There's barely any superhero.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean-
Well, and
That's
why
why
is
there's
not?
Task Force X. That's why there's the Creature Commandos, right? Because they have nobody else.
No, that is a good point. It's like, where are all the heroes? Again, it's like, where's our frame of reference? Like, where the fuck is everybody else?
And why did they interview White Rabbit? Because White Rabbit in the comics was a villain.
And she
Well,
fought
yeah,
Batman.
but then we
Is
don't
Batman
even
a
know.
thing?
Yeah.
Because White Rabbit would be in the show.
It's crazy.
again,
Like
or
they
just-
use
or just a
Batman
joke.
for everything. Like, oh, Batman is looming around somewhere. We're not seeing him yet. But What the
I think
fuck?
White Rabbit's just in this one episode.
No, I agree. It's just these
Well, think
characters
about it.
are allegedly established.
Mhm.
Batman pulled up on Dr. Phosphorus. Clayface is a Batman villain. Now you
Yeah.
have White Rabbit running around. What the fuck? Rupert fucking Thorne is running around, and no Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Rupert Thorne died, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. We don't need to see. We don't need to see the get. We don't. We can
No, but
see
you
the,
kind of hold on. This is okay. Because this is like the problem with DC in general. Marvel does not have this problem. DC has one of the most convoluted histories in comic books. Like to the point where they had to sort out their shit because it contradicted so many things, right? Like characters were like I said that one time, Black Canary was literally supposed to be her own mother. Like it didn't even make any sense, right? Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's tons of
yeah.
weird shit like that in DC. So that's why they did Crisis, was to streamline all of it. But now you have James Gunn who's like coming in and he was like, oh yeah, there's already established history. And you're like, you would think
This
that
is
he
literally
wouldn't
post-crisis.
yeah, you would think he would not do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like you would think, oh no, I'm just gonna have a straightforward linear history where it's like
I,
we start at Superman and that's establishing
I know.
everything.
I know James, because James Gunn comes said, yeah, like our universe is kind of like the Star Wars universe, right? There's no origin story in like how Star Wars started out, right? New Hope. There's nobody knew origin story or anything like that, right? That is like, yeah, it's just this universe is like Star Wars, so the universe is like that. There's no beginning of these characters or anything
Flash
like that.
Gordon.
But
If
the
you
thing
watch
is,
the new episode of Flash Gordon.
but the thing is, Star Wars and DC and comic books in general, you can't compare because DC's there's a whole vast of characters from the inception, from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Star Wars, you have the original trilogy, the middle trilogy, I mean the prequel trilogy, movies in between, all that. It's not really the universe is not even. It's different. You can't. It's a different thing. It's a different thing, right? Like it's a DC. You can't really have an established universe because there's a lot of things in the DC universe. Where Star Wars, it's not really.
I mean, to be honest, I would say the fact that he even compared this to Star Wars to me, like that should be a red flag because Star Wars
That means
does
you really
have a
lost the plot.
convoluted history.
Yeah, but it didn't have like, established a universe, right? Like established. I mean, when it had established,
But Star
universe,
Wars did. Star Wars
Oh, I mean-
continued
I mean,
after the movies. They had their own the books,
okay, yes, you're right.
and
I
then
guess-
they retconned all of that because
Yes,
they're
they
like,
did.
oh, we're trying to technically do a reboot.
I
So
guess-
and certain characters died in books and comics, like Chewbacca.
I guess when George
So they
Lucas,
had to create something new.
when George Lucas was making Star Wars, he didn't think about making a whole freaking universe like DC is. When James Gunn,
Well,
right, he wasn't.
there should be like a difference between like, okay, there's world building that is not like entirely
Yeah.
fleshed out, but it's just there because
Yeah.
I need to build something out, right? But like what James
George
Gunn is
Lucas
doing
was thinking-
instead
George
is
Lucas
saying-
wasn't thinking about world building, right? He wasn't.
well,
thinking-
George Lucas was thinking about world building, but he wasn't thinking about making all these different franchises and telling all these
Exactly.
different stories that
Yeah.
take like it was only supposed to be this is like one story about Luke and probably Darth Vader. He probably did think about that at least.
Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
That's it.
But he didn't think
And-
about all the like nuts and bolts and all the in-betweens and this character and you know what I mean? Like
and it-
that
and he-
came later.
And he probably made the prequel series because people wanted to know how Anakin became
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Yep.
But like
and
what
it's still
James Gunn
Skywalker saga.
Yeah,
Right.
And it was Disney who decided to continue the Star Wars universe. Really, George Lucas.
well
had
no,
interest.
because of the popularity of Star
Yeah.
Wars, it became its own thing.
Yeah,
But
they-
what James Gunn is doing is not like Star Wars. He's
No.
saying that there's an entire universe with all these different stories that make up the history of the DC universe. Like there's an entire like the Green Lanterns have already been
established.
majority of them established. So, and if there's a long history where you're saying there's a Justice Society, then you're like, okay, well then doesn't that mean there's Alan Scott Green Lantern too?
Yeah.
And then what's the history?
There has to be at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, so and this is the problem where you're like, again, he's using the comic as a frame of reference instead of an inspiration. Marvel used it as an inspiration. And to be honest, if Marvel was doing this initially, I don't think Marvel would be as popular.
No.
Because that would have confused the hell out of people. And even as a, because this is the thing, it's not that I don't know, right? It is that too. It's like you can't, as a comic reader, you can't just be like, here's a new medium where we're adapting this character and just use the knowledge you have of the character in the comic as a way of understanding the character. That's so fucking faulty. That's incredibly faulty in my opinion, because most people can't even fucking agree on the interpretation of certain characters, because there's so many different runs that change characters and stuff. Again, like another character that we're going to see soon is Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan has a ton of Jordan, sorry. Whatever.
John Jordan.
He has a ton of fucking history of like him being a villain, and then it was retconned that no, he was being controlled. Like, is that
or when he wore all the rings, when he became a Red Lantern?
Is that history a part of this version? Because he's older, right?
I remember
those are. I don't know. We have to wait for that, but yeah.
I know he's not in the chat, but I remember Degrassi saying a lot of events that happen in the comics happen in DCU, and I remember a couple of months ago we're talking about like, what do we really have like major events happen in the comics by the DCU? You're gonna skip all the major events like that, like the
I don't understand that.
Yeah, which events are we skipping?
Like I mentioned Death of Superman. Like Degrassi mentioned Death of Superman. I mean, that's stuff you don't skip.
No, we're not going to get that.
I would say I'll answer Grime Merchant's answer.
Or Parallax.
Yeah, sorry, Bob.
I think the stipulations are the main guys. But the side characters, like all the obscure ones, James Gunn will do what he wants. But the main guys he won't touch. Like Superman, as we can see, is just Superman.
All right.
Bothered me a little bit as well. Who's that who had gotten rejected right beforehand? That is another deep cut. That's White Rabbit. Oh, you really got to know your DC Comics to enjoy some of these. But it's so fun. And yeah.
No, you can just search it up.
That's actually what she wears in the comic.
That's all you got to do.
Basically, think Mad Hatter's Harley Quinn. I'm sure that's what they were thinking when they created her. Well, I think...
Why does she do?
No, oh God, this is retarded. No, why does she keep... She's really obsessed with Harley Quinn. Like one of these days, I'm telling you, she'll be in Arkham.
She doesn't act like either of them, or Mad Hatter or Harley Quinn.
She brings up Harley Quinn for no reason. That's crazy.
She always does that. She always compares Harley Quinn to like all these other characters. I don't know why she does this.
Yelena should be Harley Quinn. No.
yeah, that one. Oh,
no, I liked Florence Pugh, but I don't think she.
What does she have to do with Harley Quinn, though?
I don't think she has.
Like, where do you even get that comparison?
I don't.
These millennial women tourists, they really love Harley Quinn.
I don't know why either.
The anime.
She's a good actress, but I don't think she has a look for Harley Quinn. I don't.
She's been around for a while, but they really Harley Quinned her.
She hasn't been around for a while. She's been barely used in DC. What are you talking about?
She's a fairly new character, though. Like what? Established what in the 2000s, I think. There was a Spider-Man villain called White Rabbit that came before the DC character.
New 52. She was just a New 52.
She's a New 52. Okay, so then that's 2010s.
Yeah. Dark Knight series. I don't know what it's called. I had the first issue.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I would say that's fairly recent. I guess, like in the grand scheme of things, like 15 years ago seems long, but that's still technically fairly recent.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a Batman villain, and she's even down to having struck out on her own. She's her own entity now. She's not, in Mad Hatter's gang or anything. Although they occasionally have a tea party. And also, she's quite smart, very intelligent, very high level
Yeah,
of school.
her author personality, her real personality.
And
So
she
she
isn't
like
Harley
high
Quinn.
society.
What?
Mm.
Yeah.
And
If anything,
also
from
recently
what
it
I know,
was,
she's more like
developed in the
Catwoman
comics.
than
I don't get
Harley
this
Quinn.
superpower. I'm not a White Rabbit fan, to be honest with you. She's a deep cut, and
Nobody
you're like,
is.
oh, that's a character it's hardly ever used and nobody ever talks about. That character should get more attention. Although maybe some of you disagree, discuss in the comments down below. But anyway, I've also recently
Who is a fan of this
No,
character?
I think the problem with
Like,
this
what the hell?
character, just curious.
See, this
I
is
think
what
the
drives
problem
me
with this
nuts.
character is that she's not. The problem with this character, she likes to play the cat and mouse game of Batman, and Selena Kyle Catwoman was like that. There's a little similarities to Catwoman, except with the part where
Yeah.
Catwoman turns good guy and falls in love. That's where I'm from. Like, she's kind of like that.
seen her be able to
Little bit.
split
I don't
herself
know. I
into
feel like
two.
some
She's like a
like
thief character.
this character is not used very
Yeah,
often.
besides that, brother.
Like even within comics, so it's
No.
like, yeah, I don't know who's
And she does,
Ver-
and she has this power. Where you split over too.
like certain obscure characters. It's like people are a fan of because it's like they're in this like cool run or like, you know, they have like an interesting backstory or whatever. But like this character kind of just
No, it's just the outfit.
well, there you go.
They have the same problem with Mortal Kombat characters. Oh, it's just the outfit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She can be her supervillain and alter ego. You know, imagine if Superman and Clark Kent could have a conversation together. I don't know why you would want to do that, but all right. So, but I have to tell you, she would not cry her. It's totally out of character for her. And that outfit, I'm sure some
Well,
of you
that's
enjoyed
kind
quite a
of
bit. It's
pretty
very
much-
male gaze.
By the way, well,
It's more
by the way,
Jim
I know
Starr.
people.
It's very male costume.
Hold on. I know we're being very critical of James Gunn, but if there is one more thing we can add on, James Gunn pulls from obscure characters, but let's be honest, it's more in name only. Like some of these characters do not match up with their comic book counterpart whatsoever. Even his Marvel stuff. Like for instance, Star-Lord is not
Yeah.
like the MCU
Yondu.
version at all.
Come on.
No,
Or was.
no.
Obviously now he is more like the MCU
Not like
version.
the
because
MCU
it's
version.
popular.
You mean like the comic? Yeah.
Yeah, the comic Star-Lord is like a very serious, like not jokey character whatsoever. Like he's the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like he was not a jokey character.
The Guardians were more like space
Yeah.
cops than, you know, space criminals.
Yeah, they were.
It's the
Yeah,
Halloween
so
costume.
it's like that with a lot of other characters too.
She says, oh, you know, she's the costume for the male gazing audience. Yeah, have you seen her costume in the comics, Grace?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Also, Peacemaker is like that too in the comics. Like he's not a jokey character whatsoever. He's pretty much a straight man character.
No.
Yeah.
Costume, which I think is more female friendly. And I gotta tell you, I'm pretty sure guys like the sexy Halloween costumes as well. So I wish they'd gone more in that direction. But still, it
When
was
you look at the comic book version, come on.
cool to see her. I was like, oh, I know who that is. I get that reference. I enjoyed it. I guess to some degree, maybe that's what does it. Like as a comic book fan, you feel appreciated. You're like, I bet not everyone.
Well, her mask,
Hang on a minute.
her mask doesn't.
I have a question. Like, this is unrelated to the video, okay? This might be insane. Has she ever worn these big ass glasses?
Yeah,
before?
she does
Yes.
actually.
Is it? I
What?
I'm a nerd, guys.
Yeah,
I feel there's a follow.
I'm a comic book reader, guys.
that's probably. You know what? If we go back and look at what videos where she wore the glasses, it's probably just to prove that she's a nerd. So you're probably
Yeah, I
right.
wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Because yeah, she does pick and choose when to wear it.
I'm nerding out with you guys.
Oh man, it's
You know
so
what she's
trash.
like? You know, if you watch Family Matters, she's like Steve Urkel with the glasses of the nerd, and then when she doesn't want to identify as a nerd, you know, she wants to hide it. She becomes Stefan.
Yeah.
Everyone got that, but I did. All right, I did love the one exchange during this audition. Now, when Peacemaker has to address his violent past, and he's like, because he wants to be a good guy, right? And his violent past, his violent tendencies, that's what's keeping him from realizing his dream of being an actual recognized hero. And that's important. Remember that. So great line. Peacemaker's like, most of the people I killed were for a good reason. And then Maxwell, he's saying it like in a joking, kind of half joking way, but Maxwell.
Yeah, but he said he would kill kids if he meant to maintain the peace. Remember that in Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like killing.
I have to wonder also, like superheroes in general, because you have Hawkgirl and Peacemaker. Like, I wonder if there are lots of them are just violent too.
Yeah, well, Hawkgirl, they're naturally warriors, right? Like Themyscira, not Themyscira,
Yeah.
Thangarian.
Yeah, she's carrying a mace, you know.
Lord picks up on that and says, well, which ones weren't? That was a great exchange. I love that. I really put Peacemaker on the spot. Which people did you kill not for a good reason? And he's like, I wish I had a lawyer or an agent. An agent is basically a lawyer. And so that's when...
An agent is not a lawyer. What the hell are you talking about?
Wait, what?
You said an agent is basically a lawyer.
An agent?
No, they're not.
Yeah. Look, okay.
What?
Yeah.
So
What the fuck is
great
she talking-
line. Peacemaker's
Listen,
like,
Brian.
most of the people I killed were for a good reason.
Listen, Brian,
And then Maxwell, he's saying it like in a joking, kind of half joking way, but Maxwell Lord picks up on that and says, well, which ones weren't? That was a great exchange. I love that. I really put Peacemaker on the spot. Which people did you kill not for a good reason? And he's like, I wish I had a lawyer or an agent. An agent is basically a lawyer.
An agent is... Okay, yeah. Oh, brother. I don't know why she would say that.
If you have an agent in
She's retarded.
if you have an agent in industry, you would get a lawyer.
An agent is not a lawyer. An
Yeah,
agent
agents
is
supposed to
not
get
a
you
lawyer.
jobs and endorsements and stuff like that. They'll help you get a lawyer,
Yeah,
right? They'll
the
help
agent
you.
finds
The
your
representatives will
jobs.
help you get a lawyer.
Yeah,
You need
do
one.
not go to your agent for legal advice.
In fact, when you're doing contracts, right? Signing contracts, you have an agent with you, but you should also have your lawyer with you.
No, you should have your... Yeah, exactly. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know why she would say that. I assume agents do know some legal stuff for certain reasons, but yeah, I don't...
But they don't.
Why would you... Yeah, you don't turn to your agent for that. Like, go to your lawyer. What the fuck? That's crazy.
I'm sure an agent will help you get a lawyer. Like representatives will help you get a lawyer if you need one.
And so that's when
No, yeah,
Peacemaker,
that's
he owns up to it and he acknowledges that he's a product of the culture of violence that was imposed on him by his father. Can we get Harley Quinn in here? I think Dr. Harleen Quinzel would love to talk to Peacemaker.
You brought her up for no reason again.
Oh, brother.
She's a psychiatrist. She's not taking out. She's what the.
Also, by the way, I mean, did she forget these characters did interact?
Yeah.
She was not interested in talking to Peacemaker whatsoever. Did she not watch the fucking movie?
Mm-hmm.
That is canon, by the way.
Yeah, so I mean,
It has to be.
by the way, Harley Quinn barely. I mean, I think in the show they do this. I don't know. She never really pulls out like, "Oh, let's have a sit down conversation and talk." No, I think she's fucking well past that point now. She's just fucking.
She
no fucking
plans to do
shits.
that. Okay, yeah, I know. Talking AEW, yeah, I know you're glad she's back.
Oh, what's up, Brad?
Yeah, good. Yeah, she'll joke about that. She'll be like, I'm a psychiatrist. Let me listen to your problems. She'll pull that stick out of her butt. Cause she's
More like when the writer fucking needs some fucking bullshit. They really don't use that idea at all. She's just kind of like off on the deep end.
Hey, Chris. Maybe someday she
Shout out,
shall.
Brett.
But for now, speaking of violent blondes, we do have one in Amelia Harcourt.
Yeah, I hated all this shit in the
Sometimes
episode.
it feels like the world is telling
Oh,
you
I
to
have
be
these shoes.
too loud, too quiet, too much, not enough.
These are some of the best shoes I've ever worn in my
Do
life.
you have to
Holy
choose?
shit.
Yeah.
Most comfortable shows
Everything.
ever. They were expensive though.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser has
Why-
made my life so much
Walmart,
easier.
fuck
You just
Walmart.
add water and you can clean the messes off. Even those stubborn grime out, the soap scum, it's versatile, it's easy
Yeah,
to
but you
use.
can
I
clean
really
$15,
recommend Mr. Clean
$13.
Magic Eraser.
Talk about a culture of violence. Hoo boy! You know, it's interesting. This
We don't
only
need to
occurred
know
to me
that,
while I
Rand. We
was
don't need to
filming
know
this
you have to do
breakdown.
this, man.
A lot of times they
Sure.
say that we're drawn romantically to people who remind us of one of our parents. So maybe one of the reasons that he likes Harcourt, you know, you think it might be because they're both damaged in exactly
that's
the
actually
same way.
bullshit,
And maybe
but
that is it to a degree. You know, maybe he feels she can understand what he's going through. And I think she does. But also maybe, you know, she speaks his love language, so to speak. That's very interesting. And I would say
Love language.
that Jennifer Holland and
There's no. I hope everything she's saying is not true because I feel like that would kind of ruin the fucking
Love language.
his whole character. I feel like that would ruin his whole character. Like he kind of has to learn that they're not compatible whatsoever. Like she's just a terrible person. Like she was like that in the first season. Why would they ever get together?
I think.
Like I don't think that's what's being set up here at all. There's no fucking way. Like the dude, like he literally in this episode goes to her and he's like, "Oh, you know, I only came here to check up on you," and she's like, "Yeah, I don't really give a shit," and then he just fucking leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, yeah, I don't like. She should watch the fucking first season because it's like, dude, his dad is a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like he's an abusive piece of shit. Why would he now turn around if you're using the same, which I said, like I said, it's not that whole idea that oh you're drawn toward people who are like your parents. That's not actually true. Like there's been research and studies done. Like that was kind of a idea that was floated out there early on in like psychology, but for the most part, it doesn't hold.
Freudian
Yeah, it doesn't.
psychology.
Yeah, it doesn't really hold much weight. But even so, right? Like just as a thematic idea, that would be awful in my opinion. It would honestly ruin the show. I don't think that's what he's doing. Because if you notice James Gunn, he kind of like again uses like similar ideas. And one of the things that he's been recently been doing is like certain characters are not compatible for each other in relationships.
Mhm.
He did that in Guardians 3, right? Like the whole Peter's whole arc in that movie is just learning that yeah, him and Gamora are not compatible. They're never gonna have a relationship again.
It's
Like
not
she's
it's not-
dead. This is not the real Gamora, right?
yeah, I mean,
And
it
that's
is
the
real
direction
Gamora,
that
it's
the
just
show
not- it's
seems to be
different
taking.
timeline. It's not his Gamora. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the thing is in the show that's established is that in the perfect universe, she's his ex. And so we're probably gonna learn something about the two in this alternate universe. And I hope he comes to a realization that yeah, he's not supposed to be with her. Because like her whole character, in my opinion, I don't really like this character. Like even in Peacemaker 1, I don't really care for this character. It's just like I don't know. It's like I'm kind of confused. Like, what is the point of the character? Is it just to have like an ongoing joke where Peacemaker's always trying to get with her, but it's like they're obviously not gonna be together? I don't know. I'm not a fan of this character. I'll be honest. And she's obviously going to be in the show because she's James Gunn's wife and stuff. But
Mhm.
so I hope whatever she's saying is not true. Please God, that
She's a
doesn't.
new Mila Kunis.
Yeah. Please don't do this shit because I will.
John Cena do have excellent chemistry together. AWO has blacklisted Harcourt. Harcourt can't get a job anywhere where she can use her special set of skills. The CIA, the FBI, the NHS or whatever. That's one. VHS. Oh, that was funny. I liked when she threw VHS in there. That was a good joke. But by the way, you know, considering that Waller is still super
Most of your audience probably doesn't know what a VHS is.
powerful and get someone blacklisted, even though she was just in her shenanigans at the end of last season, you think you get to see her. I mean, her daughter brings her up too. Where is Waller? Come on, Viola Davis. Come on. She was in the couple of scenes in the maybe she shows up in the back. She's supposed to be getting her whole own show, which I would watch the heck out.
I wonder if this show is setting up the Waller show because Gunn said like quietly this is setting up something.
Yeah, probably.
I wonder if yeah.
Although I don't know why she needs her own show. Why don't you just fold her and hold this one out? That's what I would think you would want.
It's a good point
to happen. I think Harcourt being labeled with toxic masculinity is a complicated joke. I do think it's funny. Like when I first heard it, I was like, that's pretty funny. And she does seem to exhibit those tendencies. But then the more I thought about it, and I guess maybe you shouldn't think about a joke too much, but at the same time, I think this joke is designed. So on the one hand, I was like, are you saying like maybe you shouldn't attribute toxic qualities just to one gender when both genders could exhibit it? But then you counter is like,
isn't that a dumb
one gender
moment?
seems to exhibit it more consistently. Like I feel like I see maybe where he's going with the point, but then I also feel it maybe undercuts what's a very real.
I mean, with men,
I mean, this is not a crazy concept though. Like that's not it's not a crazy idea. But yeah, I mean to it is, I think maybe labeling it is a little bit weird, if that makes sense. Like to call it like toxic masculinity, I think is a little bit weird because it's like, well, yeah, it's like that idea in itself is like, it's not just about anger issues. You know what I mean? Like that's not what toxic masculinity is. It's supposed to mean like you have a bad frame of reference for what masculinity is supposed to be. Why would she have why would she be like have these ideas of masculinity when she's a woman? Like clearly if she's going to have some masculine qualities, it's not going to be you know, her entire gender identity's masculine. Clearly not.
Hey, Travis.
So I don't even, that's why I didn't like any of this stuff, because it's like what the this shit doesn't even make any fucking sense. It's like she's a woman who has some like anger issues. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't, if there was a guy who had anger issues, do we call that toxic masculinity? I wouldn't call that toxic masculinity.
I mean, unless it's an absurdist joke.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like
I don't know. Like this. That's why I said I didn't like any of this, because you're like, where did this even come from? Like, it's supposed to be a joke, but like, where's the like again? What, I mean, I'm not understanding the joke. Like, she's a masculine person. Like what? Like I'm not. Like, what has she done that's a masculine, like, that she's, like, overwhelmingly masculine? Is it just that she's aggressive? That's it? It's like, that's not what toxic masculinity is.
She's extremely buff. Is she always in the gym and shit? You know, well, what's going on?
Yeah, but, like, those are, like, to be toxic masculinity, it's the idea that you have a toxic view of what being a man should be.
Yeah, that
encompasses so many different things. It's not just anger issues or, oh, I go to the gym and I'm obsessively going to the gym. I don't know. So stupid. This whole joke that they sat down, were talking, I was just like, get on with it. This shit is dumb. This doesn't even make sense.
Phenomenon? Like, I'm all for finding out why that phenomenon exists, and if we can maybe get to the heart of it so that we can solve it. I don't want to be dismissive of it, but I don't want to excuse it, or I don't know. It's a good but messy joke. What did you think of that joke? Fight amongst yourselves and with me down below. Okay.
Okay.
The fight in the bar was fantastic. Very good. Very Terminator, by the way, also. Reminded me of that.
Terminator.
It's really vicious, but it's supposed to be. Harcourt goes way too far, but that's intentional. She wants to fight. She wants to lose. She wants to be hurt.
I mean, she was getting attacked by a bunch of men. So going too far is like normal. I mean, she could literally kill him if she wanted to. I don't think she had a gun on her.
which is very
Yeah,
sad.
and also too,
And Jennifer
like,
Holland does a great
she
job
goes to
selling
a
this.
bar to beat up people. To like what? She's like, oh, I'm expressing my anger. I gotta beat the shit out of people.
Well, she didn't go to the. No, that person hit on her.
No, but she intentionally beats the shit out of everybody in the bar.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she doesn't need to do. Listen, the guy said something to her. She didn't need to fucking start pounding away at her, or at him. Sorry. And then she fights, and then when they're all like, "Yo, chill, chill," then she fights literally everybody who starts coming in to try to break it up. Like, that's what I'm saying. I just don't like any of this fucking storyline. It was like, bro, like, what is this? what is this? Like, I don't know. Continue.
This fight. It's very well choreographed, but I also thought it was very well done in terms of strategy. Like, I believe that as a smaller woman, compared to who she's fighting, that she could hold her own for as long as she does. I mean,
no, she's a trained individual. What the fuck? What is she fucking talking about?
Grace, if that was you in there, you wouldn't survive. Okay?
That's fucking straight delusion.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And on top of that too, that's why even put that out there. Don't talk like that. That's not true. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to like shit
on
women. I'm saying like that's not an idea that you should be putting out there. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, she in my delusional mind she would hold up against these dudes.
Even
she would not.
Even it could be same for men too. Like there's not all men are big, buff or whatever. There's some skinny men, right? Who don't know how to fight, who don't know
But she's a trained individual.
Yeah, exactly.
Smaller person knows, you got to use props if you're in that kind of a situation. So she uses I thought she has good aim with that pool table, a billiards ball. And then I got Black Widow vibes when she used that stick. That was great. And the choreography and the camera work all came together really well. That was a good sequence. Speaking of choreography, now let's talk about the opening dance.
This song was bad.
The ocean kept calling.
I think the reveal of the new opening dance number, which of course so many people in the first season, is helping to get attention for this show when it debuts, especially because Gunn and the other
I like the season 1 intro and the song. I thought it was better. They should have kept this. They should have kept the song.
They should have just kept the song. I agree. Yeah, I don't, because the song in this one doesn't match. It's like a slower, like somber song, and like it doesn't really match with the dancing and stuff. So I don't know. I personally, if he thought that they couldn't beat the song from season 1, why even change it? That was one of the things I didn't understand. I mean, the reason he gave was it's supposed to fit the tone of this season, but I don't know why change it. It just doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
The channels have shared the entire sequence on social media. So that's very smart to help get it trending and get people talking about it. Now, I went back and I watched the original dance sequence from season 1 again. I was like, was I too hard on it? Because I like this one so much. Still don't like season 1's dance sequence. For some reason, it doesn't speak to me. I don't like the music choice. I just don't like the dance. But this one, I really like it. I think the song is much better.
Most people said the season 1, from my scene, most people said season 1 dancing is better. The song was better.
Well, you don't even fuck what anybody says. Look at the fucking views on it.
That song was iconic. Yeah.
I saw it was posted like an hour after the show debuted, I think.
And I like the dance itself.
I mean,
so
the
allow me to
original
share
song.
some of my favorite moments And be sure to share yours down below as well. So when the Argus crew enters, for some reason that really captures my attention. I do like guys in suits, and they just look great. And for some, Frank Grillo just it's the right move, and the angle on the camera is just perfect.
It's the same. It's the same artist as the song in the first season, but it's a slower song.
Okay.
Like it's not. It's more like, I don't know. It's a moody song. It's not like the moment you hear it. It's better if you just hear it, because then I'm telling you, you'll be like, yeah, this doesn't. This is not this. It's not like the first season. The first season is much better.
I understand why he explained it, but like the first one, people really loved. Why change this? Why change?
Yeah, because the first one, because this is the thing, right? That she doesn't even acknowledge this because she didn't watch it with the rest of us. People initially did not like the Peacemaker opening because they thought it was cringe. They're like, what the fuck is this? And when you first see it, it is cringe. You're like, this doesn't even really make sense based on what we know.
Like, it's absurd.
Yeah, and there is this meme that went viral too, where this guy on TikTok, he's like, every time I listen to the Peacemaker theme song, and it's like the first episode, it's like the guy's like, what the fuck is this? And then by the ending, like you're dancing and shit, at the ending of the season, you're like, yeah, this shit is fun, because now
millions of people
because it was like absurd and cringe, but then over time it kind of just like you just kind of accept it and you just go along with it.
And in the story, at the very least,
funny,
right?
It's justified. That's Peacemaker.
Frank Grillo and Tim Meadows in this opening didn't look like they wanted to do this dance.
No, but everybody looks like that though. That's kind of like the point of the look.
They look forced. They too look. They're like forced to do it. Like, no, I don't want to do this, but they're forced to.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they kind of all look like that. Like they have this like serious face while they're dancing. It just adds to the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
Like someone's holding them at gunpoint to do this shit.
Yeah.
Well, also when I only noticed this like after I watched the dance sequence a couple of times. Again, when I was watching my screeners 1 through 5, never fast forwarded this. So, and you always, I think, part of the beauty of it is you keep discovering new elements. So when Harcourt and Peacemaker kiss,
I really don't
and then they separate, and then she comes through again. I think that's a good fake out with a body double.
Oh, so that's the one from the other dimension on top, clearly.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because of the way she's dressed and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think this is pretty low tech. I mean, obviously they have 2 Cenas on screen later, but I don't think they do it for the dance. But that was very good.
Why would they?
But that didn't speak to me. That's just something I noticed. I did like the twirls in the air with the hidden but yet very obvious wire work. I was like, oh, for some reason I just liked it. And then when they do that big pile at the end, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like a dance assignment in class when they have you do it. I'm sure many of you had to do this in high school and stuff, where they make you do an experimental dance routine and you have to like get in touch with your feelings and stuff like that. But this is that everyone's taking the assignment really seriously. So again, even though nobody here is a good dancer, or at least in this context, I'm sorry if maybe they're acting as bad dancers, but it just, I think that makes it even more likable. You're like, wow, you guys took this assignment seriously, even though you're so bad at it. I'll give you an A for effort. I love it.
Oh, I'm sorry, but like, speaking about brain melt there. Oh my God. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what gobbledygook she's saying here.
I hope.
Is that Eric July logic?
Yeah, hibbity jibbity.
I expected about the end of the season, the walls come down behind them, the original theme blasting the other versions of them.
That would be nice.
That'd be hilarious. Frank
Go back to the original, yeah.
So I just like it. Now, speaking of great music, that Foxy Shazam Dreamer song, what an incredible choice for the multiverse sequence. I bought that song. Did you?
Golf has always been so expensive.
You bought that song?
They're making these
Man, she's really trying hard to like this shit.
For the first time.
So...
formula feels the same. Very
I don't know
expensive
what you said,
iron.
Jalen.
I really gotta be honest, right? Like, I don't know how she likes this episode, but she refuses to go back and watch
So yes,
the first season.
Season 1.
Like something about that just doesn't make sense.
She's a fake nerd. Again.
Yeah, it is confusing to me. Because like the best part of
really
the first season is all the stuff with his character. So I don't know, like
Yeah.
sells the multiverse sequence when he explores it fully for the first time. I mean, it just gets you right in the feels. Like it's almost
Right in the
cheating.
feels?
It's such a good song choice. You're like,
no.
I have no choice but to love the sequence. It's amazing. But I have to say,
How do you do, fellow kids?
and James Gunn did a very good job with the emotion, I think, in the holiday special Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But like I didn't even watch season 1. I just saw the intro here where it's like, killed your brother. I didn't mean to. And I was like, so that's the gist of what I knew.
Oh!
But I still felt it when his brother was still alive. I think that
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for you to feel things, huh?
This is why you should have done your.
Yeah, she should just watch the fucking show.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's just a few episodes. Like,
It's also thanks to-
like what stopped her?
Pride. It was literally pride because the she says that it was all vulgar and all this shit like that, but before the show came out, she said that Bane was going to be in the show because she read a script. Obviously, Bane does not appear in the show. He's not even mentioned in the show, and she just had a crash out moment where she refused to watch the show.
Is it because James Gunn
Say it again?
debunker? Because James Gunn says it's not true.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It wasn't true. Period. He didn't even need to debunk it. It wasn't true.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she just crashed out over that, and she said she wasn't going to watch the show, and then her excuse was, because of treatment of women in the show. Meanwhile, there's literally nothing in the show that's like questionable or even raises an eyebrow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and like all of the jokes and all of the absurdity comes from Peacemaker, and everybody pretty much acknowledges what he's saying is all bullshit anyway. So it was just lazy, or like she was just pissed that she got something wrong. That's really what it was.
I mean, she gets a lot of things wrong, so.
John Cena's acting with the expression on his face. I was like, ooh, right? But you know what? I also was like, with the actor choice. It's probably a friend of Gunn.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But I'm not really.
I've seen this actor before. Another thing.
He was in Brightburn. That was produced by James Gunn.
Yeah. Yeah, but I see him in other stuff too, not just Brightburn. He was I don't know what recently.
Yeah, he was.
Could have done better for such a meaty role.
He's an actor people will recognize.
And not really. Not really.
I expected that in the other universe.
He wasn't something big recently though.
I expected that in the other universe where Fly Jr. is alive. Black Seer Chase is over, and Misa's son gets goodbye with him. That forgives.
Maybe. We'll see how that plays out.
I mean, you're John Cena's brother in Peacemaker, and that's a great role. But maybe it would have leaked. Maybe this actor is so off the radar. Nobody paid attention to him.
Why would it leaked? They announced it.
No, they didn't. They haven't even announced who he was playing. We still don't know what his superhero name is.
Oh, but they announced that he's playing his brother, though.
Yeah, they did. But they never said what character he was playing.
Oh. Well, he's the character in the intro in the red. I believe in the red.
Yeah, in the suit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but some people were saying he plays a character named Comet. But that's not true.
Comet Man?
The character's not. No. The character's just called Comet.
No, I don't think so.
No, he's not playing that character.
Because I think I heard of Comet, and he's not like that.
Therefore, they were able to hide this really fantastic. This didn't leak.
Remember, none of the characters are like this in the comics. Like even
That's true.
Peacemaker's dad in the show. Like
I'm pretty...
he is I think he is a neo-Nazi in the comic, but he's not related to Peacemaker.
Yeah. Comment the super.
No, there's another character people are saying he's playing. I have to see.
Well, he might be.
Yeah,
Comment.
no, he's not playing the comment. He's not.
No.
It's not it. That was just like
He's not Captain
speculation.
Comment. He's not Captain Comment. That's a different
No,
character.
not Captain. No, yeah, Comet is just the character's name. It's a DC character.
Yeah.
I think there's a city that they reference that I believe Green Lantern is from. I can't remember what the city's name
Cold
was,
City? Hal Jordan's Cold City.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they mentioned Cove City in the show, so people were thinking maybe he was the Comet. Because Comet is from that same city.
You know, Joe Killerman could be in the show. He could be in that other universe. As Junior.
Possible.
This really fantastic reveal. And not only is his brother alive, he didn't kill him, but he didn't kill his father either, which I only learned also from the intro.
He did kill his father. This is not his father.
Yeah, it's not.
This is not his
Well,
brother
this
either.
version, I think she means. This version, Peacemaker didn't do this. But we don't even really know.
And they're getting along. His
what's going on here.
dad loves him. Plus, he used to be married to Harcourt with potential to maybe get back.
Dad doesn't love him because this is not the Peacemaker he loves. It's just he thinks he loves him.
See, this is why she should have watched the first season. Here we go.
Yeah, she really should have.
With her, because she's rejecting him in the current universe that he's in, and he's also a hero here. Oh my God! But is he a hero here? What do you think? Other Peacemaker doesn't act like a hero from his skeezy bedroom. As soon as I saw that bedroom,
Maybe he doesn't act like a hero. There's an imposter that looks like him in his room. He thinks he's. Come on, Grace.
Watching the screeners the first time, I was like, this guy's not a hero. And then he goes straight for the kill instead of asking any questions, especially because
he did ask a question. When he pointed the gun behind, didn't he ask him?
Yeah, he said he was a shapeshifter.
Yeah, you're a shapeshifter. I mean,
it could be possible that they aren't heroes, and that's like the big secret.
Yeah,
because like if you notice, like on the alternate Peacemaker's chest, like his dove is like reversed.
Yeah,
so it's actually like pointing up.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Bizarro Peacemaker.
Our Peacemaker didn't even attack him. He was like, yo, dude, I'm coming peace.
Oh, my God.
Although, I don't know. This is pretty good bait. You know, like, could Peacemaker...
I don't know. If you saw some dude who looked exactly like you in your room, yeah, I would probably point a gun at them, let's be honest. You're like, what fucking demon are you?
Yeah.
You know, quite the bait, this life that's being dangled in front of him. You know, but I do have to say, I wonder if this is this a dream come true because Peacemaker can do all the stuff that he always does, but not have any of the consequences, right? Like
it's not a dream come true. It's too good to be. It's too good.
Yeah,
to be true.
It's too good to be true. Yeah.
I mean,
because this is the thing, right? Yeah, it's we just don't know how. Like, what is the bad thing in this universe? So.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting. Like,
I mean, it'd be interesting if it wasn't too good to be true. It actually ends up being true, and we're all wrong. But usually that's not the case with entertainment. They usually don't do that. We usually end up right in this situation.
Instead of being a better, like actually becoming a better person, everyone's just cool with the bad stuff that he does. That would be a really interesting moral quandary. Like, would you be okay with that? You'd be like, well, everyone's okay with it here. That's interesting. And I don't know the answer to that because it hasn't been resolved in the first 5 episodes. So that's not a spoiler. That's just me thinking out loud. Our Peacemaker didn't even mean to kill the other one. It was in self-defense and an accident. He's got both things going for him. But that dude is dead. And that means there is an opening in his universe for Peacemaker.
Oh. We're almost done.
So yeah, things for our maker aren't going so well right now. Even the orgies are bad. Whew. This was really bad. I mean, like, it's the unsexiest one I think I've ever seen. Right up there with the one in Doom Patrol, by the way. I'm like, how do you have duplicate unsexy orgies? This is even original in its unsexiness. This one just comes off as trying too hard. I mean, the episode didn't even need it. I guess it was like, I guess it was a good gag where Economos is like, oh my God. Oh, and then he uses that for cover. But he could have just, I mean, it could have been something else, you know? It just came across as the episode trying to be.
Or she's trying to be too hard, guys. Trying to be too hard.
Edgy and cool. And who
This
has
is where
a
Doomcock comes in.
who has a party like that without, you know, setting the mood with some better lighting? I guess that's kind of the point. Like, this one has like poor kitchen lighting and nobody even cares, and some people still have their socks on. And
what the fuck is she talking
Grace, it's an orgy. What the hell is she talking about? You think they want perfect lighting?
I'm a Jalen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, before
I
everybody
don't
gets
know about
naked, before everybody gets naked, let's have some perfect lighting.
How is this a point of contention? Like, why? Why are we here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
you're just like, no. But maybe that's why Peacemaker doesn't join in. But I still have to say, I gotta
He kind of was a little bit involved.
call the episode out on this. How do you have him throw a party like this and not join in? He doesn't even take his shirt off.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand that either.
There it is. See, no. I got it. I split the code. She wanted John Cena naked.
Yeah.
That's why she's complaining. 100%. There's no way.
There's no orgy that is like fully lit unless you're recording.
Okay, Red.
What purpose does that serve?
Okay, Red.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like, that shit don't even make sense what she's saying.
Where does he meet all these people too? Like, how do you know all these people?
I didn't. It was. I will admit, as much as the chuds and the zeros, they're all like crying about this. This scene was kind of like just more for shock value, because it's like,
I know
his state of mind is that he's kind of like depressed, and so he's like doing coke, and then this all happens, but he's like thinking about, that was it the.
That's how depressed he is, right? They just want the contrast that everybody's having way too much fun while he's being.
I guess, but like another thing that I didn't
like,
the only reason why I'm like, wait, how does he know all these people? Because it's like, the one thing about Peacemaker is he does seem kind of like what do you call it? Someone who's actually a loner, but then like pretends like they know all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
no. To be fair, in season 1, he seemed to know a lot.
Yeah,
I guess it's just kind of the way he comes across. Like he comes across like he is a bullshitter, right? So
yeah,
he's there. Like, I've seen, there are people in real life like that. You wouldn't expect them to be, like out there in the world, but it turns out they are. That's kind of the joke of Peacemaker in season 1.
I guess, I don't know, the scene, I will agree with people. It just felt like more like shock value. It was like, here's his orgy scene, and it's like, I guess, like, it doesn't match his state of mind, but I don't know. It wasn't funny or anything. It was just like, it was like, whoa, this is actually like, what the hell? This is way more graphic than usual for a TV show.
You could just have him take drugs or something, not have people over.
I don't know. They could have made it a little bit funnier. That was really.
I thought that was. I also was bizarre. I was like, again. Well, especially this metaphor works with this episode.
No, so you're against season 1 of vulgarness, but you're not like.
But this is the most vulgar.
But you can't open that door and not go.
I know.
Yeah.
Throw it. If he throws that party, he has to participate. Also, just like with Deadpool, these characters cannot get points for being bi in name or kiss on the cheek only.
Okay,
like,
but
they don't have to be bi.
Brother, so this is why you should have watched fucking season 1. Because we literally seen him in bed with fucking Vigilante. Like, what is she talking about?
Yeah, and yeah, there was a three-way. He had a three-way in
Yeah,
between.
it's not in name only. Like holy fuck, man.
And by the way, you think a straight man will let two guys kiss him on the cheek during an orgy? No,
No.
no.
But if you're going to make them bi, then they have to be bi.
Well, he
So
is.
Peacemaker's
He is.
Yeah,
totally wasted, rejected by
He's
the
not-
justice.
Why is this
He's
a
not
point of
raped.
contention?
It's only a point of contention because she didn't watch shit. And then she's
Yeah.
like, I refuse to
Gang
watch
and
it.
Yeah.
hardcore.
Well, you can't criticize it.
You shouldn't be
Exactly.
complaining,
you
yeah.
can't. Then you can't
Yeah.
complain. Like,
56K says the butt is a
Shut-
butt.
he said that too in
That
my
is a
comment
butt.
section. What the hell? Why is that his go-to now to when he appears in streams? A butt is a butt. What the hell?
Now he's
I guess he
calling
likes
Vito.
He's quoting Vito. He's quoting Vito. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh,
Oh my
I
god.
didn't even get that until right now. So he's like, I'm going to go back and check out that other universe, which he discovered 6 months ago, only to be freaked out as soon as he walked in because his dad was there alive and being nice. He hadn't even seen his brother yet. And the energy signature alerts Argus, who knows what to look for because it's a similar energy signature to the Luther incident from the Superman movie, which of course also involved interdimensional travel. We get a very brief introduction to Rick Flag Sr. and Sasha Bordeaux over at Argus, where Economos still works.
Econo.
I like Economos as well. That's what I was
No,
calling it.
I'm going to call him economics.
Economos, yeah. They say his
Yeah.
name in the show, and I'm like, oh shit, it
I
wasn't.
just like calling him
It
economics.
RJ
wasn't
is right.
Economos, right?
That also
I just-
happened.
I just like calling
What
him
happened?
economics. No, like his
Yeah,
dad
it does
like-
sound funnier when you pronounce it that way.
economics.
Forgetting how to say it. John. But whatever, he's watching Peacemaker. But he doesn't snitch, which I respect. And instead he goes to Leota to find out,
Oh,
to
babe.
have her find out what's going on. He's like, you ask Chris.
Yeah.
But by the way, best joke in the entire episode, you live in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto. That was a great joke. What's going
You
on
know
with
what
this
Grand Theft Auto? Oh, of course she does. But her,
closet? Like, how did he? I mean, I know he's lazy. Like, any of the doors? Yeah, they didn't even interest him until now.
yeah, because it's attention. At the beginning of the episode when Eagerly was the beak
Smashing around.
smashing the beak on the door.
Right.
They went to that dimension where the other Peacemaker lives with the father and the brother. Why would he go check out the other doors when he knows there's another dimension that he already knows about already? Like, why would he do
Well,
that?
I mean, there's tons of fucking doors though.
Yeah, I know, but like,
So yeah, why would he even do that? The only reason why he went over there was because of Eagly. So yeah.
yeah,
And also, it makes you wonder too is if Eagly was actually if he actually has the alternate Eagly too at some points, because like it seems like the other one does. The other Peacemaker allows his Eagly to fly around like that too.
yeah.
So that would cause like some confusing. I don't know if they'll explore that, but it would be cool if they did something like that.
And has only one come into his space? Like, no one else has walked in except for that one weird alien until now? That was a good bit, though. Making it like they live in some kind of crazy apartment building together, right? Like, Peacemaker's walking his eagle, and that thing
like
is
the
taking
alien.
out its trash, and, like, they have, bad dynamics like neighbors. I mean, that was good. And also another thing one thing I
Yeah.
also didn't like is the business card joke, right? I think Leota would be
RJ,
body
yeah.
positive enough that she would be proud to put a silhouette that represents her on the business card. And if she
Oh,
didn't,
brother.
only the bro would point it out. I mean, I can't think of anyone who would point that out. It was proper multiverse.
All right, I'm done with this. I'm done with her.
Oh, is that the end?
All right.
Yeah,
basically.
pretty bad takes all around. Let's be honest.
We're
It was just like why, like half of the complaints are complaints because you didn't watch season one. Like All of this would have been solved if you just
You
watched
know.
the first season.
It's very sometimes it's watching TV shows. Sometimes it's very important to watch the first season and not skip to second or third season to understand. Right? It's like
Yeah,
Game of
with a
Thrones.
modern show, you can't. I feel like it is impossible to
You
just
can't
skip to second season.
you can't watch second. You can't skip to the second season of Game of Thrones if you don't understand what led to the second season of Game of Thrones from the
No.
season one. Like
The only way you could do that is if you watch a recap,
yeah,
like a in-depth recap. The recap that they give in this season is not a complete recap.
no, it's like a minute basically.
No, it needed like you need at least 5 minutes. I feel like to give
And
a
it's
good
smart to
in-depth.
Couldn't even bother
It's
to
smart
do
to
that. Like there are billions
Yep.
of videos on YouTube.
It's
that
a
they
smart to
recap
give.
shit.
It's smart to give a recap because it has been 3.5 years, and
Yeah, it's been a while.
if it's a year later, I don't know, but like 3.5 years, yeah, you kind of need it. I mean, most shows that announce they're gonna have a second or third season don't wait 3 years. You don't. You usually do the year after, or they'll skip a year. You usually don't do 3.5 years. Usually, right? Like that's not really how TV works. Grace has not a blonde girl moment, even though Grace isn't a natural blonde. Is she not a natural blonde?
No, she's not a natural
There's
blonde. You
no
can
way
just
she's
look
not
at her
natural blonde.
Just look
Yeah.
at her roots. You look at someone's
She's a
roots, you can
redhead?
tell. Like,
She's a redhead.
no, she's like a brunette, or she has like black hair.
She should go back to the black hair.
She's doing some DSP shit, you know, like it's like she's aware she's a lolcow, so she's gonna make people roast her just so she can have engagement. And she's like begging people to give her engagement anyway.
Jester Bell calls her Jester Bell embraces the Frodo Baggins comparison. Don't stand in the cream.
And
She's
Jester
the
Bell
one
is
who
like
came
that.
up with that.
What?
You think someone gave her that nickname?
No, she
You
did
think
that?
someone gave her that nickname? She did that herself.
Well, you can't.
Yeah.
First of all, okay, there's only one point. You can't give yourself a nickname.
She did that. You want to know why? Just go read her comments.
Oh,
It's full of these weird simps, man. They say some of the most craziest things too.
Oh no, you think maybe the simp started that shit and then she ran with it?
No, she did that because she didn't want people to. Because I mean, just look at her comments. They constantly simp for her. Like they say the craziest things. They're like, one guy was like, I just agree with the video because I got a nice view. So what?
So you see that?
I wonder if people are like that with Grace.
Weak man. There are people like Grace.
Jesus.
Not as much because I mean, Grace doesn't really show a lot of cleavage, but like Jester Bell, like she does that a lot. I don't know if she's aware, but clearly the comment section is aware.
I think she's aware
because that's all they talk about. They don't even talk about how she's getting all this shit wrong.
I think she's aware. Look at Twitch girls.
Yep. They all follow the same business model of the Twitch
They
girls.
say the dumbest shit, but
Yeah. Melanie Mack, same story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melanie Mack is egregious though, because she
so
will.
many people are just
I always say
takes.
it's so much easier to be a female, whether it's a Twitch person or a YouTuber, if you show skin in some way than a man.
The part that I don't understand is why they never acknowledge it or they pretend it doesn't exist when you can read their comment section and see like. Yeah, I don't. If you were a guy, yeah, you are doing the rage bait stuff, so I'm sure that definitely helps.
Yeah, because look,
but the fact that she's a woman saying it is like a
it kills them.
10+.
That's why. No, it kills them if they're aware that people just watch them for their looks. They hate it. Like there are honestly like there are OnlyFans chicks who end up in the same problem. Like sometimes deep inside,
make more money than them.
Yeah, like they want to exist in both worlds. It's not about their looks and it's about their smarts, but it kills them,
Yeah, I mean, women have so much easier online than men.
It's like a
Yeah.
catch-22, though, for
Yeah.
sure. Because I'm sure,
Yeah, there is a price. There's a
yeah.
price for everything.
Because I would not be surprised if she has like crazy DMs with all these Sims saying the most outlandish shit. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like for sure, 100%. But it's like I feel like you should
Red
not
White says the
placate
DMs.
into those people's hands. That's the thing I'm not really understanding. Like you're serving them the shit on a platter. You know, like
Red probably says DMs
just go in the comments. I'm being dead ass. Go in
I
the
know,
comments
I've seen
and
them.
You
read
know
I've
what
the
the
seen
shit.
problem is? And here's the sadder part. They have to put up with these people. Because the moment
Yeah.
another girl steals them, they end up wanting to fuck the other girl.
Or it's not even just that. If they were to say something to their audience, the audience would turn on them so fast.
Yeah, well, we've seen that. Goonergate, Melody Mac,
Yeah.
again.
Like
No, I'm not talking about
never
You probably DM
No.
Jester Bell, Red.
Jester
No, I'm
Bell.
saying in general. Yeah. Jester
Yeah.
Bell, Melody Mac. I don't know about Grace, though. I don't know what her audience is.
Dude, I don't know any.
But I've seen old hags, who actually have Sims. So you never know.
Not
I can't-
Grace. I think Grace probably shuts it down easier than some of these other people. So it's probably
Grace-
you won't go in her comment section and see
Grace-
things like that. But I'm
Grace-
sure it happens.
Grace has Grace will acknowledge from time to time, but she won't be like Jester Bell. Because Jester Bell in every video, she'll be like, "Hey guys, I know there's a lot of people saying this, but I stand by what I said. There's been people disagreeing with what I say. I still stand by what I said." Grace, if she tries to make Jester Bell tries to make it like her points, her opinions are facts. Where Grace doesn't always do that at times. And Grace is better off at just sometimes ignoring the kind of thing. It doesn't like you could say Grace does a grift, but her grift is different than Jester Bell. Grace is not grifting off haters. Where Jester Bell is. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Melanie Mac. Yeah, I don't know why any guy want to be with her. I think she's legit nuts. Superstar. Becky's a skin. Oh my god.
Can you hear me now? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What is 56 Face?
No, the people in the chat are going wild now.
I'm about to Jester Bell. I'm talking about Jester Bell. Oh, shit.
What is he
I
saying?
read that.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
She probably likes the orgies, Red. She probably likes the orgies. I'm gonna see something. Just if I swore we said orgies, am I gonna get demonetized for that? I want to check. Because last time when we did AW Detracts, I did on Doomcop.
YouTube changed some of their rules recently.
They
said that you can now swear
because
in the
when I did it
beginning of
last
videos and say certain things.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I did Doomcock last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the stream, it says monetization limited monetization.
For what was that?
I don't know. Limited monetization.
No, for what video?
The Doomcock.
Oh, I don't know what you said. I wasn't there.
I don't know what I did to get limited monetization for that. I don't know what I did.
We weren't talking about Peacemaker.
No, actually, it was about Peacemaker.
Or was?
Yeah, it was about TJ. I think TJ was there. It was about the kids thing with Peacemaker.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, the Doomcock shit.
Yeah. Somehow I got limited monetization because contact identified. Not suitable for most advertising. Was it the puppets? Was it the puppets?
Or maybe his name.
I don't know.
Could it be his name?
Oh, yeah, because it does have that word in it.
Could be his name.
Could be his name. Yeah, because you could get in trouble if you put swear words in the title.
Yeah,
You
swear
could get in
words,
trouble for
don't
that.
put them in
And
the title. Yeah.
I guess obviously, even though his name is not a swear word, it does have a swear word in his name.
That could be,
Maybe that's
that might be actually. It doesn't tell you the reason,
yeah.
right?
No.
It could be because if you think about it, he doesn't go by Doomcock on YouTube
Yeah,
on his channel.
it's like
No.
Overlord DVD or something.
Because we're
Yeah.
Overlord.
It's just within the video he says Doomcock, which I'm sure that's not gonna trigger anything. But yeah, if you put that in the
No,
title, that
that's
might be a different thing. It could be the title.
damn. Yeah. Yeah, because this is years ago, right?
Hmm.
So I posted a short. I don't think it was monetized then, but I posted a short when I don't remember exactly, but like John Capian mentioned about Ezra Miller.
Hmm.
Oh, Ezra Miller was getting in trouble, and I think he swore. And I took a short from that, responded to the short from John Capian. I did put ass in the title, and I did see I got a little trouble for that. I mean, it wasn't getting a copyright strike or claim. I don't even think I was monetized then. So okay, but I did see something like, yeah. Advice: don't put swear words in the title,
Yeah.
guys. All right. I think I'm done for the day. I'll be back Tuesday. Brandon, you're back to school?
No, I still got a week off.
All right. Okay, what? All right.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for
I'm
coming
free
on.
this week.
All right. Check out Blinded's stream if you haven't. It's on his channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. TJ, check out him on Tony's channel. Frog Tony. I almost said Geek Getaway.
Mm.
All right. All right. Bye, guys.